All right, they should be able to hear us now. Okay, well, yeah.
We're live?
Now we're live. Hello, and welcome to the Odin Makes Sunday live stream. Hi, my name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today, we're going to work some more on the pink Power Ranger helmet and give a quick and simple droid update, I think.
Do you want to start with that droid update?
Sure.
I know you're super excited about it.
Yeah, Hi, everyone. Yes. So last weekend was Surf City Comic Con, and we had a massive con crunch push to get the R6 Astromech droid finished and taken to that convention. Now, we managed it, but it doesn't have motors inside, so she's not able to drive around under.
It's not finished.
Yeah, it's not
just
finished.
Finished.
Yeah, it's con ready, but it's not finished. It's not artist ready. How's that?
Right.
And I've stressed this multiple times on in different groups. That is acceptable. Get it done so you can take it to a con so you're happy with it, and then improve it later. That's 100% where we're at with the droid. Yeah. Thank you for agreeing with me. I appreciate that.
Hey,
Nope,
I'm always telling him.
Yeah.
Done is better than perfect.
Yeah. So basically, R6 ended up becoming a really large action figure. It had lights.
Isn't it what it is anyways?
It is what it is
just
anyway.
Trying to give it all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, it is what it is anyway. It's just it's a 1-to-1 scale action figure right now. It has, I think,
limited action.
Yeah, limited action. Well, the ankles move. So it's got 3 ankles that move, 2 shoulders that move, and a head that moves. So I guess it has 6 points of articulation, right? Plus it has panels that open that don't necessarily count for articulation. Perfect is the enemy of good enough, as the military puts it. Good! So I'm glad audio's going out. So instead of dragging the entire droid out here, who is all finished and painted and happy, I should have a couple of photos. And some fun photos from the con. I probably should do a quick con recap, too, as I look at this. It's not just...
all these fun things that happened. You're like,
oh yeah,
that's
right.
Talk about that.
Oh, yeah, and that costume, and there we go. That one's good. We'll go there.
Which camera?
Let me do focus assist on...
3.
Oh, that's really tiny still, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Better than nothing.
Okay.
Shiny. It's huge in real life.
Yeah, it's huge in real life. It's full size in real life.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, dang, that thing's big.
Right?
Like, I could fit inside of it.
Yeah, probably. That's not much better.
No, not at all. Camera 4?
Yeah. I was joking about camera 4. It's like, it's a little bit better, but it's not much better. It might be focused better. But yeah, so the idea with R6 is that she's a stealth droid, hence the gunmetal coloration, which just by happenstance is exactly the same color that I painted my Star-Lord helmet so many years ago. Or, real close anyway. To get the teal color, so it's completely painted in automotive spray paint, right? It's it's got a primer filler. But then it's got multiple coats of automotive paint. But the teal color, the metallic teal color was not available as an automotive paint. And so, if I set this down, maybe it'd be less seasicky. not entirely wrong. That's got a...
There you go.
There we go. The algorithm will appreciate that too. It'll be a little... it'll sharpen the picture up because it'll stop moving, other than I stick my face in it. Anyway, the teal color, that was picked up at Home Depot. It's Hidden Sea Glass green, I think, or Hidden Sea Glass was the color, by Bear. But in order to get a metallic version of that, it was basically 3 layers of stuff that we did to it, because it was the paint itself, and then while it was still wet, sprayed it with mica. Speckles! Mica is super fine-grained, fine-ground fucking glitter.
Yeah, you use it in cosmetics all the time.
Yeah, you use it exactly. And at least the one that Shock Roman has is biodegradable, so that was nice. It was no big deal. I didn't feel bad splishing it outside as I sprayed a bunch of...
Technically, isn't it dirt?
Yeah, I believe it is technically dirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. So I'm sure it goes back to dirt pretty easily.
Probably. It's funny to me that it's like, yeah, so I didn't mind using it outside. Yeah, but apparently I had no qualm spraying car paint outside because, nothing like, oh, well, I was kind of hoping.
Hey, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping that'd be camera 1. That's going to require going into...
I did it.
Yeah, okay. I'll just stand here.
I didn't know that it was possible.
It is possible. This is perfect. I can reset.
In the 5 o'clock news, aliens have taken over the world, and we must all bow down to our leader.
and in today's economy report, Honda has announced the R6 Astromech unit now for sale. They'll be taking pre-orders. Anyway. Funny that I was worried about the biodegradability of mica powder while I'm spraying car spray paint that isn't. It's gasoline resistant, but anyway. So while the teal spray paint was fresh and still wet, you quickly spritzed it with the mica powder, and then when it dried, which of course didn't go on evenly, but it was fine. I mean, it literally looked fine. It actually has a little spritz bottle. Yeah,
they have little powders, but in my head it's like
totally that's what it is.
But you add sparkle.
But it's like a hair spritzer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, powder's coming out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once that dried, once those two things dried, then we went back and sealed it with some pearlescent clear gloss sealer that was also auto body. And then once all that dried, everything got covered with a super high gloss automotive clear coat a couple of times.
Color.
Yeah, color.
Sparkle.
Sparkles. More sparkle.
Seal.
Sparkle sealer.
Sparkle sealer.
Yep.
And sealer.
And yeah, high gloss sealer. Yep.
High gloss sealer.
Yep.
So that made it a sparkly, shiny, metallic-y.
Yes. And it works.
Finished.
It totally works. I mean, it's not horribly apparent in my, I shouldn't say horrible, but
like
in the
capturing
phone.
sparkles is hard, but you can add them.
Yeah.
Just little crosses here and there everywhere.
But, yeah, it's great. She's She's
finished. Well, she's done enough.
She's done enough. She was done enough
to
make a public appearance. She's done enough to make a second public appearance without a problem. And we've already started more parts for improvements.
Upgrade packages.
She has her center leg, which can't quite see here, but this third leg, her center leg. That was a she's a Mark IV droid, so she's Mark IV shell. Her feet have Mark III innards for the dry feet, but the Mark III center foot took a specific expensive. I mean, it's not horribly expensive, but they're like $60 a piece. You needed 2 of them, which that was outside of the budget for the moment. So we printed the Mark II Omni wheels. It's the Omni wheel, the type of wheel that goes inside of it. The problem was the Mark II Omni wheels were a few millimeters wider than the purchased Omni wheels that it was designed for. So she kind of had her e-brake on the whole con. So we've reprinted new inner fender pieces that have the clearance for those Omni wheels. We'll be putting those on later tonight, I hope.
Nice.
In order to find out how well that all fits together. And then we redid some of the doors and a couple of other pieces that the things that open, the flaps and pieces that open, because
bells and whistles are fun.
Con brats. The kids walk up. Oh, it's a door. Sorry.
Well, that's
Don't
the
hit your kids.
risk that you have
It
when
is a risk
you
that
are
you have.
having your props
Yes.
there for people to touch and
Yep.
to handle.
So she moved across the way. So that happened while it was still in front of my booth or our booth, which is, hey, I got stuff. You can touch and play with it. And so she was getting attacked with the clue wrench. Then moved across the way to Steve's booth, where the rest of the droids were, where she became more of an object where people would walk up and take pictures with and not
touch.
Yeah, horribly touch. She got one scratch from the con.
Okay.
Right across the top of her head because someone's watch or bracelet or something when they did this to take a picture with her. Right? That's what it looks like to me. It's like, all right, it should buff out.
Battle damage.
Yeah, exactly. It should buff out. I keep walking behind
Authentic wear
it.
and tear. It's called distressing.
Yeah. And it was funny, the R2SC Steve, he was like, yeah, I can't wait for them to have a meltdown over her first scratch because look at that, look at the shine and everything else. Nah, no meltdown.
Oh, good.
So, droid's a working droid. I'm very excited about that. Yeah. In 2 weeks, we're in Rancho Cordova, California, for the Video Game Expo.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Have you figured out what you're doing yet?
I've had months. You'd think I would think about it. You need to do a Hercules sword, and then know when it comes to the princesses. We talked about like a fairy godmother one, but still, it's like. And the thing is, I don't have to be that frickin' stereotyped, right? I just wanted to have a sword, but then not everyone's going to want to make a sword. So originally I was asked to make 4 different things. There's no way I can plan for that at this point. Because I'm spending a week. I've got 2 weeks till the con happens, but I'm spending 6 of those days in Southern California. So it's like, yeah, this is not going to happen. Which is right up to the point of leaving. And I get to drive this time because the flights aren't working, and I have too much camera gear. So I get to drive, which is actually only going to take about an hour to an hour and a half longer than going by plane. If you just look at all the time. The flight's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, but
I have to leave the house to get to the airport in order to get through TSA, and at this point I have to go back to being 2 hours early because I have no idea how well TSA is going to work. Plus giving myself time. I mean, that 2 hours should accommodate the time for parking and taking the shuttle bus, right? Dragging all the camera gear with me, which I may or may not have enough luggage to be able to handle all the camera gear.
And then also the way people treat.
Yeah, the way people treat stuff. And then when you land, you get to do the reverse of all that and then get a rental car. And since I can't fly into the airport that's 5 minutes from where I need to be, I have to fly into an airport that's an hour to an hour and a half from where I need to be because of LA traffic. It's literally going to take me an hour longer, minus what LA traffic does. But by all those times, it'll take me 1 hour longer to just drive there.
Different problems.
Yeah, different problems. It's an easy
yeah.
solution because I no longer have restrictions on the camera gear.
And you can go wherever you want while you're there.
Yeah, and I can go anywhere I want while I'm there.
And they're paying for gas?
They're paying for mileage.
Okay. Well, does it cover gas?
Mileage covers gas.
No, I know, but at these prices?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because it's going to be about 824-ish miles round trip at 72 cents a mile.
Okay.
So it's just shy of $600.
Okay.
So that should cover gas.
I just put gas in my car, and it was surprisingly expensive. So
it is. It's going to be, it's about $100 a tank-ish at this point, I think. I don't think the car taking is quite that much, but so it'll still come out ahead on that. As long as nothing catastrophic happens to the car. Then, that's a different story. I could always rent a car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could rent a car. Sorry, I want the $400.
In all seriously, that's the wear and tear on your vehicle. I drove down to Southern California and we hit tread on the thing in a rented car, and I was like, not my problem.
Right?
It's such a peaceful feeling when it's not.
Not my problem. No, totally. But it's just
because they have full coverage insurance.
Oh yeah, cover everything. Car. 2 different people at recently with the State Department I work with had their rental car broken into because of leaving stuff in the car, and they were both in Oakland. Surprise, but still, it becomes just not my problem. Sorry, guys. They didn't get anything personal. They just.
And also on sets, I have been hired a lot to go pick up the rental car, and then I've had to drive down to Southern California and then back to the Bay Area just to deliver fresh hot tiles out of the kiln for a show that I was working on.
Right.
Random problems, but it's very nice not using my vehicle.
Yes.
And so I genuinely appreciate that sometimes, especially when it is part of the job. Are you showing all the fun pics now?
We need to do a couple more fun pics from Santa Cruz. So this is, let's go ahead and go full thing over. This was a costume a guy had made. This is fully sewn. So it is almost effectively a furry, right? But it is a character.
A shellless mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, basically. And it's a 20-year-old costume. Which of course makes sense because it's sewn, so it's gonna handle it really well. He did it for a television show that happened in San Jose about Abbott and Costello meets a lake monster or something like that. So we made this costume to be his interpretation of the lake monster. But so I thought it was really cool. And he's walking around making squealing monster noises, and yeah, it was cool. Did I get his name? No, I don't remember his name. He didn't really have a cosplay name. He didn't have a card. Yeah, and then there was a person recently, within the last year, that was on Tested.com that did the Katamari, the inflatable Katamari costume. I can't remember her name. Deviant Delight or something like that. Devin, it's hopefully shot.
You're looking at me like I should know. But
yeah, no, you don't. But did you see them at SAC Anime? SAC Anime Summer, I think was it just summer that they did or was that last winter where they did the inflatable Katamari? That's the.
I missed a bunch of those.
Okay, that's fine.
So. I believe it, and that sounds really awesome, okay. But I did not make as many as I was trying to make.
All good. Anyway, these people, this couple, started out making inflatable things for the lawn. Basically, they made their own dragons. So they're making inflatable lawn dragons. And then literally, because she came up to me at SAC Anime, saw our Among Us video, and said, we can make costumes. So she was showing off her newest costume, which is Trogdor, the Burninator.
Burninator.
So here next to Captain America is a peasant, and you can kind of see the peasants being burninated. But yeah. So you can see her legs. She's like Felicia size or shorter. And Trogdor is touching the 12-foot ceiling.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Trogdor was way cool.
Of course, got his big right arm. Say, like, I could do that.
Yeah. Right? So, yeah, no, Trogdor was way cool. And she was showing me that inside the costume, running up the sides in the weird S, are a couple of straps, kind of like how a parachute works. So she could lightly tug on those straps and make the top of the costume move one way or the other, because if the wind starts blowing it, she could pull on that strap and correct it.
I wonder how many times she's been blown over, because I've been blown over for stupider things.
Right?
And that looks like it can catch wind pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. And of course it made it great, because she could just bounce to the knees barely, which translated to a ton of movement up top, right? Like she could almost not even move her knees, just sort of bounce on her feet, but then tug on the ropes. So he would not only undulate up and down in a huge way, but rock back and forth, all this movement, and she's hardly doing anything at all, which was just really cool. So, yeah, that was cool. Anyway, what a surprise. Trogdor won Best of Show in the costume contest. Surprise!
Right? As they should.
As they should.
I love it when it's like people are willing to try something crazy. Like,
right?
Unapologetically. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
That's how I learned most of my skills. Going,
right?
I think I could do that. You're like, I want to do an inflatable costume. I'm like,
I think I could do that. They talked about, they made like a half-scale version of Trogdor for proof of concept for the S shape. And then when they made the full scale, they redid the wings at one point, and like one other piece. They just took them out and replaced them.
The arm?
I don't, it seemed like, she didn't talk about the arm, so I got the impression she managed to get the arm right.
Okay, because I'm like, that looked like tricky.
That's a pretty tricky, organic build. Yeah.
Because the way it wasn't making everything else droop.
Right?
Anyways.
But yeah, so, no, very cool. And she's a lot of fun to talk to. And with an inflatable costume, she did 4 or 3. She did Nyan Cat, she did the squeezy toy alien thing from Bob's Burgers.
Yep.
Which is also something brand new. She did Trogdor, so I think maybe there was only the 3 at the con, but managed to Trogdor first, do the other 3, and go back to Trogdor within like a 6-hour con. Okay. Because it's just inflate, step in, inflate the costume, and her handler, in order to help inflate Trogdor to begin with, had a little portable like inflator for
extra.
For an inflatable mattress or something. So you plug that in to help get it inflated to start with.
Get it going, yeah.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Not their first circus, not their first monkeys.
No.
And I like this problem.
Yes.
Life is always going to be full of problems. Yes, I like those kind of problems. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah. Oh no, we have to inflate this. We should bring an extra one.
We should bring an extra inflator. Bring a leaf blower. But yeah, that was cool. Did there's a stage herpes, right? There's down was wow, I can't read it because my glasses are rough. But the name at the very bottom, which we always butcher, right? Devising Delight. Okay, so Devising Delight on Instagram, and also Devising Delight. The name is currently in the comments, which gosh, I hope I have those turned on to be working in the future. Also has themselves a YouTube channel where they're showing a couple of things, and they shot building Trogdor, but as of last weekend the video wasn't ready, and I can fully...
Because there is building the costume.
Uh-huh.
There is filming you building the costume.
Which slows building the costume down.
And then there's editing the filming of the building of the costume.
Which can sometimes take as long as building the costume.
And then there's the posting of the building.
Which usually is the easiest. But there's a lot of anxiety with that. It's like, oh, everyone's going to hate this one. Yeah. You guys have been really nice to me. So. Yeah.
But yes, it's not an easy project. Or problem.
No.
It's hard enough crafting. It's even harder doing it while people watch.
Yes.
Or while you're filming, or balancing a camera, trying to get. Look at this.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Hence your setup.
This is so hard to craft with, or this. If I'm right-handed.
Even though we do have mounts and things, but it's never what I want when I want, and
right. Exactly.
How often do we? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. I've got currently 4 cameras set up, and there's still times, especially because we recorded building most of the droid. Got to go back and redo a couple pieces. There's still times like, all right, I need to bring the camera inside so I can show how this goes together because I can't see it from the cameras I've got set up. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. So that was that. Yeah. So that's Droid update, and I had fun with the con. We got a con coming up. You asked about
what you were planning on, if you had figured it out yet.
Right, and I'm worried about stereotypes. I don't want to make
just boys and girls make princess and swords.
Basically, and well, sword is kind of boring, but it's easy.
Right? Yeah, but you can also do Elsa's sword and.
Okay, I could do Elsa's sword, yeah. Which did occur to me, but I didn't know.
Just do sparkle swords and regular
sparkle
swords.
And regular swords.
The thing is regular swords could be sparkly too.
Right.
I'm just saying it's not gendered to do swords.
No, it's not gendered to do swords.
And if somebody goes like, I want to take the stick and turn it into a wand, be like, thank you for being creative.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, well, okay, no, that sounds good. So if I do an easy pattern for Elsa's swords and get a bunch, cut and ready to go, that way we're eliminating all that time. And then get a bunch of Hercules swords cut and ready to go. And then bring just generic materials. So third option is build your own thing.
Well, my plan, I'm going to be going to this con too, and he asked me to do a workshop.
Right.
And my idea was to do mouse ears.
Which is a great idea.
Because the theme is...
The theme is Lorcana. Disney's Lorcana is the theme this year.
If we're doing Disney and Lorcana, let's do some mouse ears, and then you can do them decorated as whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I was going to just print out paper patterns and cardboard and let people add it.
Yeah.
But he has access to a laser cutter, so I was going to be like, yo, you want to give me some circles?
Sure thing, no problem.
That are this big.
Happy to, no problem.
And what's crazy? The week after the con, my job has hospital week.
Okay.
And we dress up every day during that.
Okay.
And one of the days is theme park day. So you're supposed to dress up like you're going to a theme park.
Going to the theme park. Okay.
With ears and all. And I'm like, well, hey, I might have a few extras.
So let me guess. You can do the ears, and you can do like you're dressed for the summer at the theme park, and then get yourself a little bit of extra red makeup and give yourself a sunburn.
Well, the first day is Barbie or
Actually,
Mattel Day.
That may be in poor taste with the hospital you're at, but anyway.
Very true. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. The first day's Barbie Day. Well, Mattel Day. Mattel Monday.
Oh, Mattel Monday. So you can do like Vietnam War.
I could. I'm going to do the pinkest Barbie that I ever... Yeah. And I have an Alan costume. And I'm kind of like debating pink outfit or Alan from the Barbie movie.
Okay.
Because I have the shirt that says Alan, horses. And Alan, horses. Anyways, fun problems. Oh no, do I dress up as Barbie or Alan? Fun problems, right?
Get yourself a blue morph suit. Make yourself some purple Roman armor and a crisscross harness with a skull on it. Get a skull mask and a hood, and I'll give you the Skeletor staff. And you can go as Skeletor, who was a Mattel toy.
There you go. That is a Mattel toy, isn't it? Yeah. There's so many options, and then there's like, it's all week long. There's Wacky Wednesday, there's a yoga day, and then there's like swag day where you wear stuff for the hospital.
Oh, for them? Yeah, swag, yeah.
So, but the
you don't have enough flair, Claire.
Yes,
sorry.
I finally have some flair, so I was excited. I'm like, yay, I can participate in that one. But,
awesome.
But yes, weird fun problems. I want to do Mickey ears. I think that one's a very easy one too.
I think it's a great idea. In fact, I need to
let people loose on, have fun, decorate.
I need to contact Donna and let her know that we're going, because I think I've been silent on that for a week or so.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to do a booth, but I will do a.
But you'll do a
I'll do a workshop. Yeah.
Okay. I think
Workshops
Dan was feeling the same way. That didn't want a booth, but
willing to do a workshop.
Willing to do.
Ooh, what's he?
Willing to help with a workshop.
Oh, help
he wanted to help and to probably help you, but yeah.
Okay. I was like, do you want to just do one? But I think they want more than just.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks after that is LodiCon, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, LodiCon.
Yeah, LodiCon's happening in May too, and it's going to be a 2-day LodiCon.
LodiCon sounds like you're saying Lodicon or
LodiCon,
Lodicite or medicine of some type.
I am LodiCon of the Decepticons. And it's going to be a 2-day con, which I think Lodi may have had a 2-day con years ago. Maybe it feels like they did, but I could be wrong. So basically,
is that the one we went to and they had the wrestling outside?
Yep,
okay.
That's the one. And it's going to be all day Saturday and like half day Sunday. Okay. So it's more like a day and a half. It ends at like 3 or something, which is okay because gives
you time to clean up, get out, and crash for the rest of your Sunday.
Get out and crash. And Sundays, some of those cons, it starts to kind of die at 3 o'clock anyway. So it's like, all right,
just cut it.
Just call it. Yeah. And then in the middle of having 2 cons in May, as well as going down to LA next week, and then going down to LA in the middle of May as well for the same to go record the same training, but the second course of it, I'm also moving. So hopefully I'll have at least one live stream during May.
But no guarantees.
But no guarantees, yeah.
So. Just watch the Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Just watch the Discord. No, but yeah, I realistically could probably in 2 weeks do it again because I think that lands fine, and this set will still be here that early in May. But after that, I don't know if I will manage another one without it just being a really rough one in an empty room like I did when I first moved in here.
Yep, because life is...
Yes, and then I had an idea that I shared with Felicia when we first came out today, because we're still in my studio, and she's been awesome and has been coming to my studio for almost every single live stream that we've done together. But we're going to start moving towards making a Pink Ranger outfit soon, and so maybe I should take a couple pieces of my gear to your studio where you have all of your materials handy.
Yeah.
That way you're not dragging everything here.
Yep. So when we do the bodysuit, we'll be at my spot.
Yeah, just go to your spot. What do you think of that?
You guys want to come to my place?
Yeah, you guys want to go to her place?
I have to go clean.
Oh, darn it.
No, but...
I just asked her. Now I say it publicly.
No, it's not a big deal.
Which is totally just like forcing your hand. No, it's
not a big deal.
Okay.
I know I haven't gone live this year at all.
It's all right.
I still have all the space. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. All right. So let's see. We got about 10 minutes left. What's happening in chat?
That's what I was just peeking at. Imagine doing mini model painting for live streams, and there's either a camera in the way of your own view or a head in the way of your camera.
Donna for the Video Game Expo asked me if I would do a miniature painting demo, and I'm not sure if that's happening or not. And I let her know, it's like, sure, but I did it in like the 80s and 90s. I'm not up on current stuff for painting. I mean, the basics, no problem, but so I don't know. I might be,
one-man show, the whole con, right?
I was like, Odin can do this. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
We'll probably be asked to judge the masquerade again as well. Which happened the last 2 times as well, even though the last one there was pretty much one person who dressed up, so there was a de facto winner.
Okay.
There was a bunch of people that were part of the con, and one person who dressed up that actually decided to be part of the masquerade who was legitimately a guest. It's like, well, this is an easy decision.
Yeah, I didn't go to the last one, but I went to the one before that, and that's the one that I did the Jedi robes.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was fun.
And we still see people wearing your robes. There's at least one person. These were Jedi robes that her demo doing this used paint drop cloths and
painter's
hot glue.
tubes and hot glue, and
Yeah.
I basically made a tee.
Right?
And we hot glued them together, and they hold up, and people still run around in them, and it was a cheap, easy, low barrier entry cosplay.
Yeah.
So my workshop was making Jedi robes out of drop cloths, and it was fun. And
Right. Canvas drop cloths.
I still have them.
Yeah.
I still have mine.
I saw one at LodiCon over the summer. The guy was still wearing it, and he's made improvements to it. It's like, yeah, this thing's great.
Right? Cotton, fabric of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you don't like the rough texture of it or the smell,
Right.
It's not the perfect fabric,
No.
but it's cheap. It's finished on most of the edges.
Right?
And if you screw it up, it wasn't that big of an investment anyways.
Right. And the method you did it would be a perfect Jedi stunt robe.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was really fun. And then I was like, okay, well, this year it's not Jedi themed.
No.
But I'm still doing a costume piece, so there's that.
The timing still works out really well for when they want to do the con, even though it still falls pretty close to May the 4th, which makes it really hard to get any of the Star Wars people to go because May the 4th is there and they're all...
Their national holiday. So.
Yeah, it's their national... And they're booked the year before.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Yeah.
If not, they're not doing it right.
What's that?
I said if not, they're not doing it
Oh,
right.
if they're not doing it right. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
I heard that differently. It's like, they're not doing it right? It's
No.
like, what? Oh, they're not doing it right. Okay. There's not a comma in there.
Yes, but I'm excited. I like workshops. They're the funnest part, in my opinion.
I asked you about comments, and I think it distracted you.
That's okay.
Did we
got
talk
on
about
one
it?
of the mini model painting ones, and then I want to do that again, but there's such a hassle. We'll see.
Oh, it must be Dan?
Moon Eyes.
Moon Eyes. Oh, okay.
Odin, live, out of a box. Let's go!
Hello, I'm Odin in a box.
I don't think I get that one.
I just live out of a box. It was commenting about how I'm moving and it may not have the total set up. And me doing this, I thought about
being
General
in a box.
Zod
Okay.
in the mirror trap being sent off into the neutral zone, or which was it? Superman 2.
Where the screen that flies away.
The screen that flies away. Yeah.
But it's flat and they're trapped in it.
Yep. Exactly.
How?
Yeah.
Magic.
Superman. Hey, Doctor Who did it too. Mm-hmm. There was the family of blood. The doctor got really upset with the family because of how many humans they were basically harming and quasi-torturing over like generations, that he banished them to different things to split the family up. And one of them was banished to mirrors. And so they were saying, if you ever see a weird movement in the corner of your eye in a mirror, that's one of the family of blood who's not allowed to be seen, but can't get out of being in mirror reflections, or can't be. They live in the reflection of a mirror. They don't exist in the world anymore, type of a thing. So it's like, that's all right.
Way to give me nightmares, Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who's full of
Still
nightmare
afraid
fuel.
of the...
Oh, yeah, right. The Weeping Angels. Yep. Same writer. No, that was a great episode because the whole time they're trying to find the Doctor in order to get his power for doing stuff. So the only way he could hide was to give himself amnesia. And so he's hiding as a human, and doesn't realize he's a human as a professor in like late 18, early 1900s boarding school, and the aliens and the faculty, and yeah, it's two-parter. It's a great, yeah.
Right.
And then when he finally gets his senses back, when he finally has what he needs in order to, whatever is set up for him to be able to deal with the actual problem. Like the TARDIS comes back or something. Like maybe that was part of it. They took the TARDIS away from him. No, it was the wrath of the Doctor. It was great.
See, the thing is like I get really attached to each Doctor, and then when we move on to the next one, I have to emotionally like accept it before I can move on. So it's like there's only so many that I can go before I'm like, all right, now I'm ready for the next one. So I think I stopped at a certain point.
Sure.
And I'm like, I need to keep going, but I'm still stuck.
Yep.
You know?
The one I haven't finished watching that I really enjoyed was Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor, right?
I don't know.
He was the 12th Doctor. The 13th was Jodie, I think, which I haven't seen any of her episodes. But all the Doctors have like a little personality trait usually. Mm-hmm. Peter's Doctor, his personality trait, he was basically obsessed with his own death. Because I believe he was up to the generation for regeneration of Doctor Who that he wasn't supposed to have anymore. And so many of the episodes I saw centered around him getting isolated, him, dying, but in a more of a permanent way as opposed to peril. And just, it was like very interesting episodes to me.
Yep. Way to go, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You made a screwdriver, right?
Yep, I made a sonic screwdriver. Yeah. I've been a Doctor Who fan for years.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But which sonic screwdriver did you end up doing?
I did the 5th Doctors.
Is it because it's your favorite or because it looked like the easiest?
The 5th or the 4th? 4th Doctors, excuse me. 4th Doctors. I kind of categorize Doctor Who between, you get the classic series and then the reboot series, even though it's all technically the same series. And so the 4th Doctor was my favorite Doctor out of the classic series because it was the first one I saw. Mm-hmm. Really, there's not much more to it than that.
Right? No, you fall in love with the first Doctor, and then the next one's so hard to get used to, and then you...
Right. Yeah. And I was like 10 when I saw the first Doctor, right? So it's really latched on. Well, maybe not even that. Might have been more like 12 or 13. No, I had to have been like 13 because it was... Anyway. But then, it's David Tennant, but I really like Peter too, so.
So you picked the 4th one because you liked that Doctor and who was your favorite?
Yeah, and then the design of the sonic screwdriver wasn't terribly complicated.
And it was easy. There you go. Both.
Right, because the new Doctor is a little complicated. And it's kind of funny that both, with thinking about it now, both with classic Doctor Who and new Doctor Who, I've got some of my favorites, Tom Baker, and my favorites, not Peter Davidson, David Tennant. But then my second favorite would be Peter Capaldi and Peter Davidson. So apparently, Peter falls into the... Anyway, whatever. Doctor Who stuff.
Right. It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah. It's Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. Wait, it's smaller on the outside. That was one of the... Someone had that remark once, and the Doctor's like, that's not what they usually say.
So, yep, we have Schultz Division saying, Doctor Who is a true legend. David is my favorite.
Yep.
I don't want to say I have a favorite because then they die. No, they all die. Not
David
they all
came
died,
back.
But didn't
David Tennant come back for a couple of episodes recently? It's like one of the first times that they regenerated.
They're never really dead, but
they're never really
make
dead,
you
no.
feel the loss, and then they make you move on. And I'm like, but I'm not ready to move on.
Right?
And I know that's crazy, but it's good, and I get into it, and then all of a sudden I'm emotionally involved, and they rip it away from me and say, get used to this guy now.
Right?
But why?
It was a great way to make recasting, part of the story, instead of maybe they won't notice.
Right?
No, it's still the same Stevens. It's still the same guy that's been married to Samantha from Bewitched the whole time. No, really.
Yeah, I still can't tell the two guys apart.
Yeah, no, they're both named Dick too, which is funny. It's Dick York and Dick Sargent, if I remember right, from Bewitched. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else happening over there, or shall we go ahead and go live?
Joseph Vision says they needed the audience back, so they used David. Not a fan of that, sadly.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Because we all got emotionally attached to him. And he's still alive and still exists, but why do we not have him, even though...
Right. And
I know it's in the story, but, opinions. We're all opinionated nerds here. I'm just saying.
I like that There was a man in England who passed away many years ago, like again, probably early 1900s. Schultz Division probably knows the trivia on this. I don't remember the year, but what part of his will or part of his wishes was that his skull could be cleaned up and then used in the Shakespeare Theater for productions of Hamlet. Nobody was willing to touch it until David Tennant came in and did it. He went, "Yeah, I can do that." So David Tennant was the first one to use this guy's skull, like 80 years later.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Especially considering how easy it is to get a human skull.
Right.
As somebody who works in art departments and productions and stuff like that, you don't...
Yeah. And
like, it feels unethical how easy. You know what I mean?
Right, but it has to do with other cultures and what becomes a commodity. That other cultures don't view death the same, and so it wasn't as big of a deal to export skeletons for medical use because and then those get aged out and end up going into playhouses and movie props and things.
Oh yeah.
And now we fast forward years and years later, and plastic technology has finally caught up to the point that we can make plastic skeletons. So having real skeletons is no longer a thing.
Yeah. But they still, like on that one movie, they used real skeletons because it was cheaper.
Yeah. So I was going to bring that up. Poltergeist. With today's eyes, looking back to the early 1980s movie of Poltergeist, where all the mummified corpses are coming up out of the pool that the mom falls into. Those are all real skeletons dressed up to be mummies, right? Because that's what they had. You know, that's what they had to work with. You couldn't get a reasonable plastic skeleton at the time. It just, that wasn't technically feasible. But from today's eyes, it's horrible. It's like, the people that did it and the transfer of ownership of the remains, everyone was okay with it. It was all above board. It wasn't,
like in
they
college,
didn't harvest them from people who weren't willing.
I was going to say, my friend in college had to buy a real human skull for her art class. And they did the whole clay over the top of it to recreate the face.
They did that? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's like, for somebody not touching it, I'm like, I've had way more interactions than I care to.
I have also...
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
it's an object.
Art department, it happens.
I've got a friend that collects skulls, and he's got a real human skull. And so I've also held one. It's just like, all right, yeah, that's, you know... And it doesn't...
But I have a hot pink plastic skeleton hanging in my downstairs bathroom.
And we've got some skeletons we started trying to make in the Draugr from Skyrim, but those are plastic.
The last music video, we did a whole orchestra of skeletons.
Right, and then one of those became a giant print that Gonzo sold, right?
Could have. I don't know. Yeah, I believe it. I 100% believe it. Like,
because if I remember right, it was the rig with the skeleton in the front, the skeleton in the back, and then Gonzo, I think, was wearing it in the middle in his picture.
Oh, that's a different thing.
Was that a different thing?
Yeah.
And then the feet hung out, from the frame, right? Because it was cropped, and they had like real feet.
Yeah.
Well,
you helped me rig that up. I'm talking about, we did the last music video I worked on with him. We did an orchestra.
Oh, right. That was just recently. Okay.
And they're all playing different musical instruments, and I had to like rig them so that they could stay. And skeletons don't want to.
No, they don't. They're action figures. They don't have the swivel arm battle grip.
And then those, like, the band ended up taking most of them. I only ended up with one of those skeletons. Okay. And that skeleton was hanging in my house for the longest time.
Nice.
Yeah. My little nephew would come over and say, "Mr. Skellington. Look at Mr. Skellington. There's a skeleton."
Very cool.
And it's the cutest thing. My Mr. Skellington. And the thing is, I put him away, but I forgot that I had the hot pink one in the shower, and he came over to use the bathroom.
Skeleton in the shower.
Like, he was excited and scared at the same time because he wasn't expecting it.
I think the water's too hot. You boiled all the meat off.
Well, that's a his-size skeleton.
Oh, it's a his-size skeleton, too? Oh, that's extra horrible. As I laugh.
You have one right there.
Yeah, I've got boxes right over there. And,
Full of skeletons.
Yeah, lots of them.
Yeah, I prefer the plastic ones.
Yeah, for sure. I prefer the plastic ones as well. There's serious fear over dropping a real one because that's not.
It's just the respect of
it's
just like, this was a human. You know what I mean? Like, I understand the art. I understand understand the science.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I'm doing all this crazy art stuff.
Right. I don't want to spray paint a real human skull pink. Yeah, no. Yes, that doesn't feel right at all, because that's not something you can undo.
No. But posing a whole orchestra
of plastic skeletons? Heck yeah, let's go.
Right? Yeah. I just laugh at the weird things we've done.
Right.
Oh, is it time to go live?
I believe it is.
Okay, then I will wait till we go live till I tell you this next part.
Should have been a little bit ago.
Oh, we're 4 minutes over. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's going to assume that we're dead. Again.
Again? Right.
Sorry.
We have to go live.
Where's that? Am I in the wrong one? Shopping. Sorry, between squinting analytics. Man, where's that?
I will zip it out of the way.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Do what you gotta do.
It's one of those things that I got used to doing it one way, and then they changed it.
Always. Hey, look, you figured it out. Let's make it different now.
Dual stream. Activities.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the cog, right? Where's the cog?
I love how it judges you as the audience now, too. We get to see who's number 1, number 2, and number 3. YouTube's like, this person's like the number 1 of the people who comment and fight for the position, people. No, it makes me laugh because it judges us.
There it is, edit. Okay, I wasn't seeing that under when it was zoomed in, it was hidden. Okay, I knew it was still here. Public. Thank you. Done. Wow.
Live?
Yeah, just a second. Live streams, and that's all it needs to be. Yeah. Done. Save. Now we should be live. Public. All right. Sorry, guys. But I am noticing something I hadn't seen before, which is there's an option to do dual stream. Apparently, YouTube will automatically vertically crop a stream to go to shorts. Because I'm doing things that's like really ruining my ability to speak. I can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. It's just.
Don't worry, we're all watching you.
Oh, I know you are. There we are. There's David. Yeah, Van Gogh story of Matt Smith was awesome, Schultz. And we have three skeletons. And Goodalip is here. Hey! Hello, Goodalip.
Sorry, tripping over my step because
that's all right.
I am short and don't like to be too short at the table.
My working table is higher than normal because this is a very comfortable place for my hands to fall. In fact, I end up coming out here to work on stuff because I find this a really comfortable height to work at.
I hate working at this height because it's like not the right height for me to do anything, and I feel like I need to be on a stool to function at this table.
You're not the only one.
No, at work I have a table that automatically raises and lowers.
Yeah.
So I have my sitting height and my standing height, and I can adjust it for my spine, and I feel so spoiled.
Right. I've got an adjustable desk at work too, and I still
have it maxed out at top height?
No, okay. But I do have it higher than normal for sitting, because most tables are like, 29 inches or 30 inches is how tall a table usually is. And that's about how tall a desk is. Mm-hmm. Mine's set to, I think, 33.
Okay.
So it's not a whole lot taller, but it's enough that I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. With my arms on it.
Yeah. When I was sewing wedding dresses, I used to put my chair that sat at the tables lower because... Yeah. I don't like hunching over a sewing machine to get in there. So if I go lower, I can sit up tall to see what I'm doing.
Yep.
And then my spine doesn't hurt at the end of the day.
I've done that for years, especially at home where I don't have an adjustable table. I just bottom out the chair. Yeah.
Yeah. But now I have these marrow machines where you have to look at the top to see what the needle's doing and get into the tiny web space and do the tiny things. And so there is no putting your desk lower to see. You have to put up and over. And I'm like, it's the weirdest position.
Oh, okay.
And so then I have to max out my height and then drop my chair for the sewing machine, max it out
for
the surgery. But now that I have a table that adjusts for the sewing machine.
Does your table have a memory? Because my desk does.
Yes.
That's good. I like that.
I do. And then I thought I broke it, but then I figured out how to reset it by holding the down button for 30 seconds. And then it resets because it kept giving me error codes and I was going to cry because I'm like, but my spine. I like this. I got so spoiled with that adjustability.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Because, how much crafting makes you do this?
Right.
It's just, this hurts. I need to be here.
I haven't done it yet, but I just moved to a new cube, and one of the things I want to do, I've got my adjustable desk, and then we've got the desktop that's actually attached to the cube walls.
Oh.
But they're just like, it's just like kind of a giant shelf.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So if I unscrew the brackets, and there's 3 brackets for the underside, I can take the shelf off, move them up 2 notches, and then the whole desk will be the right height. And I just need to get in and do that, because that's someone else's job. I'm not supposed to be doing that. It's frickin' Phillips screws!
Tell me about it. Right now, I just got a second space because I was in a sewing room, and they gave me another sewing room, which was the wheelchair closet.
Right.
So it's the most awkward shaped closet there ever was.
Yeah, because it's just a place to store all the wheelchairs.
Yeah. And my fabric was there. But now I'm setting it up to be actual usable space.
Okay.
And I have to ask people, can you move this? Can you install that? And I'm just like, I could just be done and I could just do it.
I can just do this, right?
And then I also am kind of like contemplating putting grass on the walls.
That sounds like you think. So I'm going to assume not actual sod, but AstroTurf.
Yeah, I have some plastic grids of greenery.
Right.
That I was just going to thumbtack so it looks like the hedges that Homer Simpson...
It'll do wonders for the acoustics in the room, too.
It's honestly the closet in front of the elevators.
Oh, okay.
So they're like my other sewing room, I have a second-hand light window, so the window opens into the prosthetics department.
And they have a window. Yes.
So
now you're in a closet with no windows?
I have 2, so I have a closet with no windows and a closet with windows.
Okay.
I got 2. But they're sewing rooms, so. Anyways, fun problems of, oh no, I have to set all of the space up.
My new cube is actually closer to the windows. So I'm on the 13th floor, facing north, which is nice. That means the sun, because I'm in the northern hemisphere, so the sun never directly shines into the windows. But because it's closer to the windows, and I'm right next to one of the columns of the building, one of the columns in between windows, all the reflected light that happens at 5 o'clock is blocked by the column. And because I'm so close to the windows, the overhead lights stop just behind my cube. So it's actually darker than I was when I was in the middle of the room. It's wonderful.
See your screen's much better.
Oh, yeah. So much nicer.
Yes. We have people here. We got greetings from Ontario, Canada. Hello,
Sweet.
Museum Dave.
Hello, Museum Dave.
And Louis Cossey 687 saying, hey, y'all.
Hello, Louis.
Troy Schuster 1077. Did you go to Comic-Con this year, Odin?
No, I have not been to... Okay, you say Comic-Con, and I assume that's going to be a San Diego Comic-Con. And I have not been to Comic-Con since 2014.
I've never been.
Okay.
My hubby's going this year, though.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, him and his BFF.
Okay. Right on.
Helping them pick out costumes.
Nice. Actually, even when I went in 2014, I never went into the con. The last time I was inside the con was probably 95.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Back when you could actually get tickets.
Actually, it might have been 95, might have been 96, somewhere in there. But anyway, yeah, back when you could get tickets, back when you weren't doing a lottery game to get tickets.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, I have not gone.
Choni Maru. I can butcher anyone's name. Says.
I'm now really curious.
Hello from SC.
Hello,
what
South
part
Carolina?
of SC? I'm in Colombia. Oh shoot, Elgin. I don't know. But hello from wherever you are in the world.
Yeah. Itchy on yeah. Yep. Don't know. Sorry.
I can butcher anyone's name.
Ichioni Maru? I don't know.
Right? There's probably a very phonetic way to read that.
Right.
Yes. Schultz Division's reminding everyone to leave a like on the stream.
Yes, please leave a like on the stream. I appreciate that.
We have Deathblade 7835 saying sup.
Hello, Deathblade.
Louis Cossey is number 3 right now.
Nice. Way to go, Louis.
Saying, you're right up the road. Did you go to the castle for their events? Halfway to Halloween is coming up.
Must be talking to Itchy in
Sorry.
SC. Yes.
The itchy person. No, sorry.
The Itchy person. So I brought out the measuring.
They're number 1.
Itchy's number 1? Or?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, way to go, Itchy.
Actually, yeah.
That's a number you're going to be chasing, but... So I was measuring the table height is actually just basically slightly higher than cocktail table height.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
like almost 43 inches, right? Cocktail table height is 42 inches.
Bar height?
Yeah, bar height. So this ends up being more like 43 once you get up onto this, or just over it. But down here, which translates to 108 centimeters. So it's just over a meter tall. So it's not a horrible height, and that's off the floor.
It's just the wrong height for me.
Yeah, it's the wrong height for a lot of people.
I can't craft at this height.
Yep.
Like, I can, like, semi-function, but I'm like, if I actually need to do work, I get so irritated, and I go grab my little box to step on. I'm like, all right, Odin, I'm at the big kid's table now.
Right. And I step on the box a lot when I'm, like, working on something taller, so I step on the box, I look, now it's great.
Yeah, I'm just short, and I like having the right height to work at, and you didn't realize how big of a deal it was until it was wrong.
We were talking about, sudden thoughts. We're talking about demos. We were talking about the things that we've done in the past, sort of, for the Video Game Expo. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. California time, so please adjust for where you are, I'm going to be on the DeLong Family podcast, or the DeLong Cosplay. Boy, I wish I could remember it right. Anyway, they've decided to do something new with their podcast about how they want to show things. So I'll be doing the lightsaber demo again tomorrow with the guy that keeps showing up as Reptar at the cons.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, so it's him and his wife do this podcast, and they wanted me to come on. It'll be on YouTube. It'll have video, of course.
Okay, so I was like, as a podcast, are you going
to
be
I keep
describing
calling it that way. Yeah.
each step, or will they actually be seeing?
They'll actually be seeing it. So I actually need to cut my pipe, and I need to find the tapes. I should have everything. Like, if I have to, I can go buy a piece of
I feel like if we
foam.
needed to build a lightsaber right at this minute in this space, we could make it happen.
Oh, we can totally make it happen in like 4 different ways. I know I got PVC pipe. I know I've got a golf club. I know I've got a inch wide, I can see it from here, polycarbonate tube. Yeah.
I'm like, if I was like, hey, Odin, I need a lightsaber and I need to make it now, he'd have about...
All right, how do you want to do it?
Yeah. So...
Yeah. So.
Not that I need him. I have several. I have both the Luke and Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a few lightsabers floating around here too, because we got one from one of the Disney ones. You actually go to Disneyland and buy a lightsaber. And then I've got a couple of toy ones from Hasbro, and then we've got, it's not here, but I've got a lightsaber that I made from scratch for Beyond Geek. Yeah.
And you have the beam saber. No, that one went with the...
though the beam sabers was the Gundam suit that I don't have anymore. I mean, I sort of have access to it. But
it's with the,
it goes where it
costume.
belongs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made a beam saber in the past, right?
Yeah, so, no, the challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Psh, yeah. Done that. It's harder it's harder for things you haven't attempted yet, because you haven't done it. But as soon as you've done it, even if you've done it crappily, I've done it before, it's not so scary anymore.
No,
like, I get it.
Oh, yeah, and Dan, you're here, right? Dan does junk.
He's in and out of the attic right now or something like that.
Oh, okay. So he's probably going to miss this. I don't know if I told him. Lodicon, not only is it 2 days, but the man running it said, hey, I'm giving you a bigger booth. You sure you can, I want to make sure you can fill it out. It's like, sure. So Dan, please bring your Gundam to Lodicon this year.
I thought he retired it.
Did he retire it? Maybe.
I feel like he keeps saying he's going to so that he can work on other stuff.
Well, that's probably a big part of it, yeah. But, he doesn't have to wear it.
But it's too much fun.
Yeah,
Bring your giant action figure, please.
Yeah, bring your Transformer, would you? So we can have Mecha Godzilla and a Gundam and an R2 unit. That'll fill up a 10x10 real easy, or more. And I think I'm not sure if it's a 20x20 or a 10x20, which is funny because I usually have a 10x20. But Mike made it sound like it's going to be bigger, so all right. Hopefully he's not putting me outside.
That would be the worst.
Yep.
Foam, heat, hot glue, glues.
Right. It'll probably still be under that awning that the wrestlers they're under, because that's where the droids go. But it's like,
it's freaking hot here, people.
Yeah.
I know we're not fully into like August.
No, we're not fully
July,
into the summer
August.
yet, but at least Lodicon is spring fall, so it's never the 110 that Lodi gets in the summer, or more Fahrenheit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're burning. It's amazing.
It sucks.
I love it. I'm A-okay when I'm burning in hell.
Comfy.
A-okay.
All right. Anything else from comments before we pull out the helmet?
Yep. Let's see.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't bring the pattern out here.
That's okay. We still have to figure things out.
Okay.
Okay, Museums Dave says, it's good to know there are options in case of emergency lightsaber needs. Always. And Odin left. It's okay. He's grabbing the pattern for the helmet because last week we left off on patterning the pterodactyl. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. Yes. So he was going to scan it into the computer so we could laser cut it, but I think we are going to hand cut it, not laser cut it. At least that was the discussion we had before we started. Let me see if it's still the plan, but we will find out. Sorry, I got behind on all you guys' comments. We have 17 Samurai Spirited. Greetings. Well, greetings, 17 Samurai Spirited. Like I said, I can butcher your name too.
Oh yeah, everyone's name.
Nevit 0007 says hi, Odin.
Hey, Nevit.
Go to Lo. Gantry says cool. Ichoni Maru. Still number 1, by the way. Says it's a combo of a sword from Oshama and Ichi, my favorite Naruto character. Oh, okay, that's what the name's from. Sorry, we're butchering it. Oswald.
The rabbit.
Oyala 9167 says, hey guys, Oswaldo here. If you like, you can call me Ozzy. It's short.
Okay, Ozzy. Oswald, at least, is a name I'm used to seeing, so...
Right?
So I can get 2...
That looks familiar.
Yeah. What could that be? I thought you were going for a... Yeah, don't know.
Don't know. Yes. So, we have helmet. We have pterodactyl, but I also got...
the visor.
Face shield.
Yes.
Moment of truth. Whether it fits or not, we'll see.
Right. Will it fit inside? Is it going to give
fit
enough?
The contour to
Yeah, I'll have to look up. The one thing, we've been very busy for the past couple of weeks since the last live stream. Is it like just...
Not bad.
Oh, that's totally going to work.
Right?
Oh, yeah, that's totally going to work. Yeah. That's going to go back far enough. I mean, if it's not, we'll have to cheat it, but...
You can smoosh it once you cut open the face hole. If there's any...
That's what I'm looking at. It's like, how far back does the face hole go? And yeah, that's...
That's going to fit A-okay.
That fits great.
I love eyeballing things.
Yeah! She's really good at it. Because I keep saying, we're going to scratch it more. I was really concerned the face wasn't going to come back far enough for however big the eyes are. But she's not that buggy with the eyes. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Nah. Great plan. I like it.
I don't think it's going to work.
Right,
unless I do it this way. It started to close and it wasn't going to
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would suck if they have the arms of the sunglasses close on your eyes. I poked myself in the eye trying to put my glasses on. I'm nearsighted, but does that help hold the helmet on at all? Yep. Interesting. I wonder if that'd be a way to... That looks like it's way better than it was. Maybe we should leave the nose bridge and everything in there.
Right? I'm not opposed to it. Maybe put little elastic bands so you could just slide it.
Oh, that's a thought.
Or it doesn't even have to be elastic, but just tape it.
Yeah, we can just tape it in or yeah.
Or glue
elastic.
it in, but leave these bits on because the difference of not having that in there.
Because now it's just... Yeah, because it looked like it literally stayed on your head. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Can I do this without interrupting my... The difference between it covering up your entire head and for me, I'm now the mouth of Sauron. Ah.
I'm a tiny person. I don't think that's an Odin-sized face shield.
So at this point, I gotta say something really inappropriate, like, what, does this come in an adult size? It'll still totally work for a visor for me. That's really cool, though. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's gonna work.
It's gonna work. And no, that looked awesome with
the way it just kind of slides right
the way
in.
the kind of slides in. But no, I really, really liked how well the head rested on you.
While it was in.
Yeah.
Now the thing is it fits really good right up here where it needs to be.
Right.
And the chin is dropped lower, so this may not be the right position for these pieces.
Okay.
So
You
I
have to
feel like
figure that
let's
out again,
prioritize
Well,
the face, the flatness of the shield being where it needs to be.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out breaking off these pieces as we need to, because we don't necessarily need these, and if this is in the wrong spot. It looks like it's kind of screwed in right there, or plasticed in.
Yeah, it looks like it's
that's
just
easy
welded.
to popped.
Yeah, that'll be easy to cut out.
So.
I hope not.
But.
Yeah.
Yay! Good options.
Great options. Totally
We
cheat this to make it work if we need to.
Good pattern for a nice helmet shape. Generic face shield that is easily available, and we have our
I'm looking for
pterodactyl.
Yeah, we have our pterodactyl piece. I'm just looking for one more. You can't hear me at all.
It's okay. I was listening.
Okay, I'm looking for one more piece of foam.
One more piece of foam to trace these things off in.
Yep.
Yep. What about right up there? Nope, that's the wrong.
Well.
Because there's that pile right there.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
But that's the wrong. Yeah, it's the red one, but not the right red one. And there's this red right here.
Which is probably more of the what the foam.
Yes.
Yeah, that's more the heavy duty what the foam. Which is okay. It's just this is
cheaper, easier, and
well, this is cheaper. What's funny is this is cheaper and easier, but almost as rare as that foam now.
Interesting, but why though?
Because I got this from Joann's.
Does Michaels have that yet? I feel like Michaels has absorbed as much of Joann's as they could, and so like in the back of my head, I'm like, please have it, Michaels. Please have it, Michaels.
Right. Michaels has foam, but I don't think they carry the oversized foams anymore. And even when they did, they didn't have one that big.
Right? Seems like such a waste for such a little thing, though.
But it's red, and
okay.
My concern is the helmet's supposed to be white and pink, and it's black, and most of my plastic it's black. I think I got some white, which is what I'm going to need, because we can't just do those light colors over a black base. It's going to be muted and look like the Pink Ranger in the dark.
Dark Pink Ranger.
Dark Pink Ranger. And while that, yeah, this is hard for me to replace as far as a large piece of foam. It's red. It's 2 mil. I've got 3 or 4 of them. It was $2 when I bought it, so whatever. This feels like the right project to use it with.
There you go. Itchy mom.
Itchy mom.
Is number 2 now, but they're asking, how are you guys going to do the lips?
Right. I started to, when I realized
People reminding me of the good old days of 2020, right? Technology has brought us good face shields to use in our masks.
How are we going to do the lips? There were 2 different ways we talked about doing it. It is possible to just cut them out of foam, shape them with the, sculpt and shape them with the Dremel, and glue them in. That's totally a doable thing. But we were looking with the Do3D. Do3D.com has a free Blue Ranger file, so you have to be a member of Do3D, and you get access to more free stuff than the public has access to, right? That a non-member has access to. And it was someone's Blue Ranger helmet that got seriously improved, so they decided to make this one, and it's the only one, free. We can take the mouth from the Blue Ranger helmet, scale it if necessary, and then use that for making the Pink Ranger helmet. But last couple weeks have been really crazy busy with a whole bunch of different things, and getting those pieces printed didn't happen.
Yeah, and we were talking about also like harvesting some lips from a masquerade mask.
Yep, get one of those like Harlequin masks, just the blank mask, yeah.
Yeah, just using the lips. But the Blue Ranger's lips were so perfect that it was like, let's give those ones a try.
Right.
But hey, we have a shield, we'll do lips later.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Lips are later.
Yeah, we'll give it lip service later.
And later, lips. use foam clay. Could use foam clay.
Could use foam clay. Foam clay I've done decent with, but getting that fine of a... How do I want to put this? It's doable. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with my capability of sculpting foam clay for making lips.
Shelf Gremlin has the idea of could make a mold with the 3D printing and use it for the clay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's technically both.
Oh, yeah.
So adding complexity in steps, which is not the worst.
No, that's a great idea.
There's a million ways to do anything.
Yeah, there's a million ways to do something wrong.
Right?
We're going to find all of them.
Right? There you go. Dark Ranger, perhaps part of the gritty reboot. Hang on, Blue Ranger has Billy lips. What about the Kimberly lips? We looked at it last week. We were deciding which ones, like if they were more feminine or if they looked the same, and out of the lip options... The Blue Ranger's lips did not look off from the Pink Ranger's lips. I think they're like...
Yeah, it seemed like that should work. It seemed like it'd be okay.
We held up pictures and we were deciding, and it looked better than the Masquerade lips, which you could get masculine or feminine lips for the Masquerade lips, but
the original Ranger helmets...
They're very non...
But the original Sentai helmets were all masculine anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were just different colors. It was, I mean, we're doing Power Rangers, so there's definitely a difference, but correct me if I'm wrong, going back to the source material, they were all male lips.
Yeah. I feel like you can buy more feminized lips on the modern helmets and stuff. Mm-hmm. And plus, like, we're doing the original Pink Power Ranger, so that one might be different than the more modern ones, or the Dino ones, or the, the re-edited ones.
Right.
But... ultimately, I'm not opposed to doing the Billy lips, the Blue Ranger lips.
The Billy lips.
The Billy lips. But unless you guys have a strong objection to that and would prefer the Masquerade lips, but then there's also the make a mold and
make a mold, do a thing. There's a million
ways to do anything.
Get a 3D scanner, scan your lips.
Trying to do it as easy as possible, but my lips aren't Kimberly's lips.
Yeah.
Which is not the Pink Ranger's lips.
That'd be a real awkward thing with Kimberly. It's like, I want to pay for a picture, but I just want to scan your lips. Is that okay? No! Yeah, this pencil isn't going to sharpen. This pencil's done, which sucks.
Aww.
Every time I sharpen it, the lid just breaks off. So it's like, all right, that's not going to be a pencil.
No.
I didn't really want to use...
Sharpie yet?
Yeah, because Sharpie will bleed through the white Plastidip and keep coming to the surface, so...
Writing things. Well, here's a Ryobi one. I know that one's a little different.
That one's a little different. That one shouldn't float to the surface, but it's still black ink.
Right?
Okay, so far this Home Depot carpentry pencil's behaving better.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys don't know, Sharpie's great for doing patterns, but the Sharpie ink is alcohol-based and will dilute in spray paint, so it'll float to the surface when you start trying to primer and do things. It'll consistently do that. And I don't want those lines coming through on a helmet that we want to paint white and pink. So
sounds like experience. We've dealt with this before.
Oh, yeah, we have.
It's not the first rodeo.
So I'm trying to use a pencil because the pencil shouldn't do that.
In the Ichihoni Maru says, in the Super Sentai manga, the lips were meant to be the character's mouth.
Okay.
And then it didn't translate to live action. They're the exact same sculpt. That is, if you are talking about the recast helmets. Ad Vixen says, wait, does Odin still have his 3D file? You can just shrink Odin's lips. So what is your favorite thing to draw on foam with? Like,
my favorite, because I've done so many black foam things, right? My favorite writing implement for foam no longer exists. TNT Cosplay had a silver pen that wasn't a Sharpie that worked beautifully on foam. And it worked beautifully on foam long term. Because the Sharpie, for some reason, the foam seems to polish the nib of the Sharpie and the ink stops coming out. I don't know a better way to put it. Because it doesn't clog.
I use a silver Sharpie for tracing on fabric now. And I feel like I store them upside down.
Yep, like you're supposed to.
But I have to rotate through them because by the time I finish tracing off one thing, it'll like dry out the tip.
Yeah.
And then I have to like give it a break and use a different one while I trace something else.
Maybe that's what's happening for me then.
But like I'm like, ooh, what is the silver pen? I need this. And you said it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore because TNT Cosplay went out of business a couple years ago. Yeah. But it worked great. I think I still have one of it. Hasn't dried out. But no, it worked great on the black foam because you could see it and everything else. But, yeah. Then that was one of the big reasons why Stephen K. Smith with SKS Props made his HD foam, which is still a fantastic foam. He made his a light gray so you could use pencil on it. You didn't need a special pen.
Right.
But this is just 2mm craft foam. This isn't any special foam. It just happens to be a big piece of 2mm craft foam.
But craft foam is amazing, so...
Yeah, it's still EVA foam. It's just lower density.
That means it'll fold over nicely.
Yeah, which will probably work to our advantage.
It's easier to smoosh.
Much easier to smoosh.
I love that you don't have to worry about grain lines.
Yeah, I appreciate that. In fact, the last time I tried to do anything with sewing, I'm so used to not worrying about grain lines, I messed that up. It's like, oh yeah, oops, that
grain
matters.
Lines significantly matter with what I do, so I have to line things up very specifically. Yeah. And I'm just looking at that going, I love how cattywampus that is. Because you could just slide it right in there because there's no grain lines.
Nope, no grain lines, doesn't matter.
What you do have to worry
maximize
about
my,
is curvature sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not a grain line. It's a bend line or a bend direction, and I feel like that kind of affects projects here and there somehow, but not necessarily this one because it's going over a globe, essentially.
Yeah. I haven't sat down, and it's been a while. It feels like since I sat down and traced a cardboard pattern onto foam. I've gotten so used to
scanning it and
cutting it with lasers, and I mean I'm still probably end up doing that anyway, but I was like, yeah, okay,
right back to your roots. But you're also spoiled because you're like, I know a laser can do this cleanly, but also
I know a laser can do it cleanly, but it's not going to be any faster.
Right.
not with like talking about driving to LA, which I talked about like an hour ago, versus flying to LA. By the time all the different factors get put into it, including the now I have to go to the wrong airport, I may as well just drive.
Right. Mighty Guitar Mods 4806 says crap foam.
Yeah, it's crap foam. Did I say that? I probably did. Oh no, I said craft foam, but I probably would say crap foam too.
Yes, craft foam. Crappy craft foam.
Yeah, crappy craft foam. It's just basic craft foam. There's nothing really wrong with it.
Yep, it's an airy cake. Thin crepe.
Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of the base.
And then...
So I got my 2 pieces of the base, and there's my base piece. Pink Ranger base. And then I have the upper part, so I need to get a couple of these. Nope, still not going to fit, but I could go this way, but I think I'll probably just go ahead and...
Then you can do a long cut.
Yeah.
Maybe slide these guys in here.
Yeah. And this one I'm not sure on, because it feels like I should do this out of
thicker
floor mat foam or something.
Because then you can...
Because it's got... Which isn't something I necessarily want to do right now today, because that makes a lot of dust.
Right.
Right. And I know how much you love... breathing in all that EVA foam dust. I'm sorry, I hit the button.
No, you're fine.
I meant to hit one button. I did not mean to hit both buttons.
I don't realize that I'm allergic to dust until all of a sudden there's a lot of dust and I'm like just sneezing my head off. I'm like, oh, sorry. My nose is like dripping and running away from me.
So is it really allergic or is it just irritating? Or is there a huge difference?
I think it's just irritating. Like the dust, I'm starting to, like my body goes, hey, there's stuff.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Boogers.
Boogers. Yeah, lots of boogers from the Droid.
Sneeze.
Lots of painting, lots of sanding and painting from the Droid.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's like there's a lot of particles. So, better or worse. I definitely appreciate when you can vacuum as you're, like, crafting sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, the tools that you can hook up the vacuum as you're...
Right.
Yeah. I definitely, like, I've bought another Ryobi vacuum cleaner for my pool.
For your pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Normally, like, you can get a vacuum that attaches to the whole filter system.
Yeah.
The Ryobi one is not attached to that at all. It's all completely separate. You put it on the pole and you can just scoop up the things on the bottom and it just sucks it up.
So it was literally a Ryobi pool vacuum?
Mm-hmm. You want to see?
Yeah, I've not heard of this.
I love this thing. It's my favorite. See? That's just it full of all the stuff I sucked off the bottom of the pool.
It looks like a Brita filter, but with a...
There's Javier like, yeah.
Yeah.
Not showing everybody. Jeez. That's so mean of me. But anyways, I feel like such a grown-up now because I'm like, oh, look it.
I have power tools to accommodate my swimming pool.
Yeah. But I also have a Ryobi vacuum that mops and vacuums at the same time.
Okay.
So it's a wet vac, so it has like the cleaning solution, so I can just go over the spot. The problem is Bruno decided that he doesn't like that vacuum and has consistently peed on it.
Great.
So now it's like, let me spread pee. I'm like, no, I have to wash it every time I use it now.
Because you're going to pee on the... Yeah.
Because Bruno.
Because Bruno.
He's a bad dog. I love him.
Yeah, Bruno's a great dog, but he does not have...
everything.
Bruno's idea of water control or urine control is hitting his mark, not...
Bruno has promised other people he would be on his worst behavior.
Yeah.
Like, I love him to death, but he's a bad dog, and he willingly knows that he is a bad dog.
Okay.
And he makes these choices consciously.
Yeah.
He's like, you said no, but I want to, so I'm going to.
I'm going to anyway. We'll see exactly how no this really is.
Like, I heard you. I choose not to listen.
Right.
You know? Yeah, he ran away the other day and made friends with a giant dog around the corner and down the street from us who looks very much like Toby did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize you. Yeah.
Yep. I like you kind of dogs.
Okay, there we go.
Yay, they fit.
Yeah, they fit. I got all four to run along the edge.
One edge.
Yeah.
I like doing that when it's just like a clean line, and then I can clean up that one edge if I needed to. Yeah.
I know I had promised I was going to put this template onto the Sunday live stream portion of Discord. I finally scanned it last night, but they're bigger than a single sheet of paper, so I haven't put them together or traced them yet. But that is still coming. If you want a quick and easy way to get a hold of this pattern, I need to start accumulating those parts, and I'll stick them all in the Sunday live stream portion of the Odin Makes Discord.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. Ichoni Maru.
It's Yoni?
I just keep thinking of chonies.
What?
No, but it's I can butcher anybody's name. We'll figure it out eventually.
No, we won't.
But it says, I'll be working on the Black Alien Ranger, aka Ninja Black Gyre in foam soon. Hyrea.
Oh. You may not know them, but there's some cosplayers locally called the Power Ranger couple. Run into them often. They're always doing Power Rangers. They got the really good-looking Power Ranger suits. They come by the booth every con we seem to go to. Saw them again at Surf City. They said they went because they heard I was going, which is like amazing to me. But thank you. Anyway, Power Ranger couple. Hey, how's it going? They've been watching the live stream, so I can't imagine why.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's okay. Somebody recognized me at work because of you. They were watching the Fallout video, and they're like, wait, do you know Odin? This isn't my water bottle, but my water bottle has an Odin Makes sticker on it.
Right.
Speaking of which,
yeah,
I stole my brother's water bottle because mine I left at work. So I love his water bottle. It says Goth Juice.
Goth Juice, right.
I hate everything.
You can set it over here, and it'll
Then
be on camera 3.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, it's backwards.
But it's forwards. The letters are all still correct. It's just not a mirror.
Okay, 3. Okay.
Yeah, there are.
So, anyways.
So, goth juice.
Elixir. My brother's funny. But look at this lady right here. See, she going...
Yeah, you got kind of this Elvira-looking character.
That art style looks really familiar.
Yes, it does. It looks a lot like the art that the...
Haskell Brothers?
Yeah. Wow, you pulled that out of the ether. Yeah.
I'm a fan of their artwork, okay?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, after they drew those pictures of us, I'm friends with them on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram for a year, but I used to follow them, and I liked their artwork a lot. And I saw this on my brother's water bottle, and I'm like, that looks really familiar. That totally
looks like their artwork, and I hope it is their artwork, and that it was their sticker, and not, that'd make a great sticker by somebody who wasn't related.
Stole it, but yeah, anyways, I thought that was cool. But anyways,
very cool.
I just thought it was tangent off of somebody recognized, and I had your sticker, and then I recognized a sticker where it's like, hey, look at that artwork. My brother has good taste in art.
I also got recognized in the new building, which was fun. Yeah. I was like, Odin, So I was like, how's it going?
Right. Well, when you come into my work, I wonder if anybody knows.
Right.
He's gonna help me when the laser gets in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sorry. The garbage is supposed to be in that corner.
It's supposed to be. I moved it at some point, and then it's sort of stayed there. When it got here, it got moved for a reason. I think something else was sitting here. At this point, there's this junk here. But
yeah. No, I know, but I'm just laughing because in the alternate universe, we're in the alternate set.
Yeah.
Because, like, everything is bolt by bolt, the same as the other location. He could tell you where it's slightly off, where this is, like, the different height than that.
Yeah, it's different.
But somehow it got mirrored.
Somehow the trash is in a different spot. Initially, also, the trash was on this side because I'm right-handed, so that makes it easy for me to throw it away. Mm-hmm. And another benefit of having the higher table is my rolling Rubbermaid trash can, not sponsored, fits under the table. And I remember showing that to the Mold Life guy, and he, I think, cut PVC legs or something to raise his table up. It's like, this is so more useful. And he's done that to his work tables. And so the trash can can go underneath it. Because even if you grab it and pull it out and throw it away and put it back, it's still right there.
Yep. At my tables, I have short garbage cans right there.
Yeah.
They just fit under my table. I didn't have to raise mine.
Yes.
But I'm also short.
And definitely with sewing for me, I have to have a trash can because of all the threads that end up coming off of what I'm doing. Because it's either going to go in a trash can that's right here because I'm seated at the sewing machine, or it's going to go on the floor right here because I need it out of my hand.
Yep. Honestly, like, if you don't fight yourself, if you can figure out how you can work, it's a lot easier to stay clean and organized.
Yeah.
Paula taught me that every time we were on set, on location, she had a little bag tied right by her station, and she had all her garbage.
Yep.
Just right there.
I believe that. Paula's smart.
She is a smart, talented lady, and I love her.
Yes.
She is very, very organized in ways that I look up to her for.
Yeah.
She's definitely trained me better than I was. But, yes. Oswald Dola... He said we could call him Ozzy. Says, I see the Earth sticker. And Ad Vixen says, ironically, it's the same species as art based off of Edgar Allan Poe and Tim Burton. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those people are that.
Yeah.
Very inspirational. DJ Stumpy 37399. I didn't get Elvira when I was younger. Now I'm watching a lot on Roku. I used to have the poster from Blockbuster. Wish I still had it.
Okay.
Right. I feel like I've done her so many times at the costume shop.
Probably.
Like, so many times, because it was an easy one. Like,
yeah. When
I worked at the costume shop, I would throw on a costume every day. And, like, often I would try...
Oh, so you've dressed up as Elvira many times, not dressing someone else up.
Oh, that too.
Okay.
Like, that's just one of those easy ones where I would just throw it on and people would be like, I want a costume, but I want to be sexy and comfortable. And I'm like, well, this one has sleeves.
Yeah, this one's, yep.
And it's like, what do you want to show off? What do you not want to show off? She was a fun one to play with.
Yeah.
Catwoman was also, depending on which outfit we had in stores, because the suits
Yeah.
Not all spandex is created equally.
No.
There's thicker, there's thinner, there's better. There's ones that smoosh you, and there's ones that you smoosh. You know, like.
Right.
I have opinions on these things, but anyways,
Can appreciate.
I love Elvira, but I haven't been her since I haven't worked at that costume shop in a while, because I don't have my own personal Elvira dress, which is shocking because I have a lot of things that are close but not quite right.
Okay. I have no judgment. I also do not have an Elvira dress.
I'm disappointed in you,
I'm
Odin.
sorry.
Like, that is one thing that would be like, Odin,
You
where's
would
your
think,
Elvira dress? We're
right?
going out.
Okay, fair enough. Big hair, Elvira dress.
Yes. Dip Your Car has been great for plastic dip innovation. Interesting.
Yep. Dip Your Car is a YouTube channel, I think.
Right? I kind of want to dip my truck.
Yeah. And no, it's totally something that's done, because when you're not in California, you can buy plastic dip by the gallon.
Interesting.
Yep. But that's too much of the chemicals they don't like, so they don't sell that here. You can't get the liquid.
Well, yeah, I remember the art director I was talking to complaining about filming in Sacramento.
Yep, because of all the things you can't get.
California is very hard. Considering their other location they were filming at was New Mexico. And
yeah,
New Mexico, you can literally get everything in whatever sizes, and you can do the big explosions and fun shit. And it's a lot easier to do things.
I believe it.
In New Mexico than it is in California. So, little things you learn. But if you need chemicals, not here. There's a better.
Yeah. Well, what's nice about Sacramento is not only is it only 2 hours from San Francisco and the beach, it's only 2 hours to Reno, which is Nevada. It has all the chemicals you want.
I know.
Yep. But that's 4 hours round trip and a really long time for film production.
Right.
Yeah, so
but
I get it.
But when you need things and you're like, oh, I'm going up there anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Can you just go pick me up a giant thing of isopropyl alcohol, please?
Right. I need some xylene. Can you get some? Right.
They should do a border store.
They almost have them.
Right.
But just for other things, like, flavored cigarettes, which is something else you can't get here. Like menthol. I guess technically it's a flavored cigarette.
Yeah.
Not that I don't smoke cigarettes. It's just one of the things I noticed, yeah.
But I also do know people who are like, hey, you're going over out of state. Can you pick me up some of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Advixen says, hang on, Rubbermaid trash can.
Yep.
That's a terrible name for R6. Droid's writes Master Solo. Mr. Solo? Oh, Droid's right, Mr. Solo.
Droid's rights! Droid's rights! Her head's over there. We have done a test print of L337 from the Solo movie, from the Solo story. And there is a desire for potentially the next droid to be printed and built is to make the after the battle L3, where she's been damaged and is more like kind of the backpack C-3PO, but that doesn't really happen in the movie, but that's kind of the direction we're thinking about going. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then that way, it doesn't matter if there's any damage.
No, yeah, it's fine. As well as, it isn't this spindly droid that required CGI to make her stand. She's broken already and just hangs on the wall. It becomes the Navicomputer for the Millennium Falcon.
Oswald Oloyalab 167 says, so you don't think it'll be expensive to 3D... Sorry, it just moved.
No!
3D... To use the 3D printer to make the Ranger helmets?
Oh, we could totally just 3D print the Ranger helmet. Many years ago, when I was starting to do all the foam stuff and starting to make my Odin Makes videos, 3D printing was out of touch for me. The machines were expensive. The machines were way too finicky. I didn't have the patience to make them do their job. And so I had a really bad opinion of 3D printing. Many, many years later, I now have a shop gremlin. Highly recommend you guys get a shop gremlin if you don't have one. You just can't have mine. Who is very good at 3D printing and very good at getting machines, as well as some of the newer machines are way more agreeable to doing their job. So we've got a couple
and climate controlled environment.
And a climate controlled environment is a major plus. If you're struggling with a 3D printer, look at where
What's
you
your
got it
climate like?
set. What's the climate? Is it sitting on a table next to a window or underneath
altitude
a
makes a
draft?
difference.
Could. Because it's all temperature sensitive, so you want to be careful of the temperature. But anyway, 3D printing a Power Ranger helmet at this point is not a big deal. It would almost be trivial, especially compared to what I've done in the past. But I still enjoy making things out of foam, and so we've talked about doing this for a long time. So I wanted to go ahead and do it.
Right. I just wanted the challenge.
That's backwards.
I was like, this isn't the right spot where it
That's
goes.
more right.
Yeah. And does it come here?
This should be the nose.
Should be the nose.
That should be the nose.
'Cause-
So that should cover that seam, and then that almost touches, but you have it right otherwise, and then this goes around the back.
It is hold that curve very nicely. Look at that.
It's 2 mil. It behaves. We'll be huffing glue soon. Only an hour into, well, more than an hour into the stream.
Right. Oh, I was using Bard's contact cement the other day at work.
Okay.
Random. I get asked to do random things, and it doesn't even feel weird or out of my wheelhouse.
Right.
Ever, like.
Right. Is that surprising to your coworkers?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It is very surprising to my coworkers. They're like, "Wait, you
Wait.
said yes? You're doing that? You did that?"
You did that? Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Like, this isn't even the biggest thing I've sewn.
Right.
Yeah.
I was showing off the pink dress last night to some friends.
Right? I made a 15-foot dress. It's amazing, and I love
Yeah.
it.
The dress was made so somebody could stand at the top of a 10-foot ladder, and it still hit the floor.
And blew up.
And blew up. Yeah, and inflated. Right.
Yeah. I was going off on a tangent, and I...
Sewing at work, not weird
Oh, yeah.
requests.
I sewed some giant gym mats. I added...
Oh, right.
I took a 10-foot mat and cut it into 3-foot sections and folded over used the excess in the middle to, like, finish the edges and add Velcro so that they could stick back together.
Okay.
That way it could be taken apart and put back together and
fit.
Reconfigured for the specs of that space that it was needed, you know?
Okay.
Random problem. I said, yeah, that's something I can do.
Sure, why not?
Sure, yeah. I was sewing on the floor, and I had the mat on those little scooter boards that the kids like run around on the floor with.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I put the mats on 3 of those, and I slid it down the sewing machine.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
And I had to take it slow because Velcro hates sewing machines just in general.
Yeah.
But it did it, and I was using the Bard's contact cement. I got it from next door. They gave me a pristine bottle.
Right.
And I called Odin up, and I'm like, how do I give it back clean? Because I got gunk everywhere. And he's like, you don't.
You kind of don't. Yeah, you can, but yeah. How did you do on that? I was thinking about that. You
Right?
were talking about that.
It wasn't the best. I did give it an honest attempt to clean off the top.
Okay.
But there was still gunk on it when I turned it in. But it wasn't like if they could keep it that clean, they'll figure out how to clean it back off.
Right. They probably have the barge thinner or something.
Yeah. They have all the bells and whistles that they need. The fact that I wanted that brand specifically, they're like, oh, I know where it is. It's over here. And some of them were like, well, why are you using Bard's? Why not use this other one? Because it's clear. Like, priorities. And I'm like, honestly, if it sees
Now
it...
I'm curious what contact cement they have that was clear.
Exactly. No, I saw it, and I was like, I didn't want to take a risk on
an unknown?
On an unknown at this moment, you know what I mean? But I do trust and do believe him, but I'll have to let you know when I go and ask.
Get a chance to go play with it.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, ooh, why do we like this adhesive? They like it because it dries clear.
That's cool. Because, barge and Wildwood both dry an amber color or a slightly yellowish color. Yeah.
Yeah, which makes a difference when you're making prosthetics for people to wear and they don't want to deal with the color changing issues. Now you want to know?
I want to know. That's cool.
All right, I'll let you know on Monday. I'll call you up. Be like, yo, this is the stuff.
Ah, she's got the stuff.
That place is really cool because they have different foams and thicknesses and densities.
Right.
And they have the EVA and they have the other different.
Yeah, they have all the different type of foams.
All the foams and gels and things, and it's so much fun to go shopping in their stuff. Like I used to go shopping in his stuff. Now I'm next to them.
That's
Yeah, but got to sew some gym mats. And people were like, wait, this isn't the biggest thing you've ever sewn? No.
No.
No, not at all. This isn't even that weird. This is completely normal of a thing for me to be working on right now. What are you guys talking about?
So working for Play, you're making me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They sold a reflective backdrop for use with their HoloLens system. So this was basically, this is the 90s, but it was a ring light that went around your camera lens that had blue LEDs on it that were set up in a way that it could illuminate this backdrop that was retroreflective, meaning that almost all the light that fell on this backdrop cloth would be reflected back towards its source. So even though you had a pretty low power, 90s LED light, it would illuminate a backdrop and make it look like a blue screen. And because it was actually light, it did a really good job of keeping it even and whatnot.
Ooh, I want a dress made out of that fabric.
Oh, it's cool.
So bad now.
I've got a little bit of it around here still. It's a heavy canvas.
Yeah, I can still make it. I can wear.
You can do anything. Yeah, you can do that too. But they got an order coming in that had to go out of the country. Somebody wanted a backdrop that was like, I think it was 10 or 12 by 30, something like that. And the cloth only came on, I think it was a 48-inch wide bolt or something. It wasn't, or maybe it was 60 inches wide. Basically, yeah, I had to cut off enough and then layer it and wad it up, with a back and forth in front of my sewing machine so I could sit there and do this stitch for, 32 feet or whatever it was.
Been there, done that.
I'm sure you have.
You saw. You helped me hang up those curtains.
Yes, I did.
Like, he understands when they're like, well, what kind of weird things have you made? And I'm like, well...
all of them.
Like,
they're all weird. I can't just pick one out. Give me something to work with here.
Right? One treatment was an 80s Tokyo apartment that's all blue that comes to life like Evil Dead style, but then when the guy beats it with the guy with the TV head,
yeah, a guy with a glowing TV head, yep,
beats it with the bat, it explodes with color.
Right.
So I built that set.
Yep.
Oh, and it needed to be a messy apartment.
Yeah, it had to be a cluttered, lived-in, messy apartment.
Yeah.
So you had like pizza boxes and everything.
Yeah,
right?
we used our pizza box from the dinner. The prep dinner before made it talk and possessed.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I was visiting my dad at his farm and I got a box of tiny polies that are about this big, and they're like a whole thing of them. And I'm like, geez Louise, I was thinking about that set because
these would have helped
so much. And I'm like, these would have been so helpful back when I was art directing.
Yeah.
And now I don't. And now I found a whole bunch of them.
Of course.
Like a ton of them.
And now when you do art direct with Gonzo anyway, he's got more budget, it seems like, and you might be able to get pulleys. Maybe not, but it feels like Gonzo isn't afraid to spend money on his art.
Like, still,
Okay.
Like, the thing is like, finally got a truck when I didn't need it anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Found all the right, like, I needed this, and it's something that's like, ooh, I should hold on to this, but now my trajectory's changed, and it's not going to be the same kind of problems that I'm solving at the moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? But always weird problems. People come to me with the weirdest problems, and I appreciate that. Don't come to me with normal problems. You can solve those.
Right.
I want the weird ones. Like, what kind of adhesive are we using for this? Can we make it bigger? Can we make it smaller? Do you think we can make it glow and bounce? No. Okay, let's see.
There we go. Okay. Is that all four? Yeah, one fell. Okay.
Itchy Maru says, I've gotten 4 3D printed helmets and it's cost effective for some of them.
Yeah, I bet it is. No, I'm 100% not trying to badmouth it. I'm just doing it out of foam because I like foam.
Yeah, no, it's your
Yeah, my thing.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
It's your medium. It's your
medium of
artistic
choice.
medium of choice. I often find myself using fabric, but also I sew plastic as if it's fabric.
Right.
Although one of the days is Wacky Wednesday for that dress up week.
Okay.
And I was asking a friend what I should wear for that, and they're like, well, just wear what you don't wear to work. my normal clothes.
Oh, okay.
Not that I dress normal for work, but just...
No, but you dress maybe a little more professionally appropriate for work?
Yeah.
Okay.
More contained.
Yep.
Even though I feel like they still are like, wow, you wear some weird shit.
This is literally what I wear for work.
I know. That is what you wear when you're dressed and out for...
Yeah, this is what I wear for almost everything. It's just like,
You would be good as a cartoon character.
Yeah, it helps to be recognized. You know, it's like
it's the part of the.
Yeah.
It's the branding.
Yep, that's 100% what it is.
Yes.
Okay. So this needs to be down here. Oh, down here. Yeah, this would be real easy to accidentally roll too far up and around the helmet. Boy, I hope the eyes don't go back that far, because I don't know if the...
Oh, the chat's been moving.
Alright. I'm going to get some blue tape so I can kind of preset the foam and know where I need to put the glue.
Okay. There you go, Add Vixen. We have a red and black foam. It's not too late to do Psycho Pink Ranger. No lip sculpture needed.
Oh, there you go. Psycho Pink Ranger. Was that a Talking Heads song?
Right. Ichani Maru says, have you had any luck using clear contact cements?
I was just getting excited hearing about clear contact cements, so no.
I will have to let you know what they use, and then we can always go play.
Yeah, I'm a little behind on that, so I wasn't aware that this was an option.
Right, because you're not really worried about it because you're going to do a layer of paint anyways.
I've got 4 gallons of the stuff that I like because of other projects and just the chances of buying it for things. And I might have 4, I might have like 2 at this point, but I haven't had to buy contact cement in years.
Because you get it by the gallon and you haven't gone through it quite yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm 100% not against it. That clear contact cement sounds amazing.
Yeah, I didn't use it this time because I just wanted to make sure that what stuck. Because I sewed the hook Velcro so it was the flap out, so the flap stuck out from the mat. And then I did the hook Velcro that I sewed it the same way, but then I glued it under the mat after it was stitched to the flaps.
Okay.
I glued it.
You glued it.
In fact, I could show you a picture. Here's me sewing on the floor.
Okay.
I can show them. Where's the...
3 is still the one that's on, which is this one over here. It's still the one that's got, which you're going to want to be here.
There.
Yeah, perfect.
Sewing on the ground with the little tables. And I was, so the Velcro, that was the loop Velcro.
Okay.
I mean the loop.
The loop Velcro, not the hook Velcro, but the loop, the fuzzy side.
The fuzzy stuff. And then the hook stuff, I glued, folded under. I tried to take a picture of that, but it doesn't really quite show. But I drew a line 2 inches over, like taped it off so that I didn't over paint.
Okay.
And then I painted on the cement, and
I pulled the pattern off this piece, right? I know what some of my mistakes were. I was lining it up where I thought, oh, it should go here, it should go there, and it's like, well, because didn't I pull the duct tape pattern off of this? Thought I did. I've got it in the wrong spot, so glad I was
well, we have to figure
using
out where
a pen.
It goes first.
Yeah.
You say that now, I had to, not joking, contact cement the foam rails back to my car roof.
Was that Ed Vixen?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a problem with the car door too, and I think they ended up just literally having to get the parts for it. They couldn't,
Know how that feels?
Yep. Okay, yeah, that's still seems.
Ichimaru says, since you guys didn't ask pronunciation for my user.
Right, we never did.
It is Itachi
Oh.
Onimaru. Itachi Onimaru?
Itachi Onimaru? Oni or Oni?
O-O-N-Y.
Uni.
Unimaru.
Itachi Unimaru? Okay.
So I'm really butchering it in a nice way. Not nice way, but you know what I mean.
Right. And that's the TNT cosplay pen.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah, it's probably 6 or 7 years old.
Do you want to do a close up so they can see what it looks like?
Sure.
Compared to a Sharpie?
Here's the pen you can't get anymore. TNTcosplay.com
Does not exist.
Does not exist anymore.
This is a real life shiny you cannot have.
Yeah, this is
1 in a million. Bidding starts now.
Hardly.
Not for you. Oh, I said it perfect.
Oh, good.
Itachi Unimaru.
Uni, okay.
I will still butcher it, and I'm sorry, and I apologize in advance. Not on purpose.
Right. We're literally trying. We are literally trying to...
So you're tracing it so we know where to put the glue.
Exactly. What I'm doing is I'm tracing my piece, what I've got stuck down with tape, so I know where to put the glue and where to glue it on, because once I start applying glue to this piece, if I put it on wrong, like I did a couple times with taping, could be catastrophic error and have to redo from start.
Yeah, because it's something you can smoosh and then you'll be off and you'll be off and then you'll get more off, and then as you keep adding more pieces and stuff, the offness will just exasperate, and then you'll be like, I hate my life, and you'll have to start over.
Yeah, you'll just fight the urge of, no, I don't want to start over, I can make this work, it'll be okay, I can save this. No, you really can't, you're hosed.
And there's wisdom in knowing that, but also there's a stubbornness in refusing to learn that lesson.
Right. But I did draw it twice, so let me hash out the
no-go lines.
The no-go lines. Now, I talked about not using Sharpie because it will bleed. I don't believe this one does.
If it does, we'll find out.
Gonna find out. And I don't know if alcohol cleans this off. Which is something else I suppose we could find out.
Living in the danger zone.
Uh-huh. Highway to the danger zone. Sorry.
Not hell.
All right. Definitely looking forward to trying to get all these pieces glued on. We got almost an hour.
Yeah.
Get all these pieces glued on, and then cutting out for the visor.
Me and you.
Yeah, it's fine. You're here. I couldn't do it without you. I need your head. All good.
Yes. The maker of games wants to know, what material are you using for the visor?
Oh, that's a good question.
This is one of those post-panorama artifacts.
Pretty much.
That you can still order.
I think they were around previous as well. It was just,
not as stylish.
Yeah. What material is it? It's plastic.
It is a face shield.
It's probably not polycarbonate.
Off of Amazon. It was the first easiest prime one that I could find.
Yep.
That was the right color.
And had a lot of good face covering. Yeah. No, that totally worked well for a quick and easy spacesuit or space helmet or Power Ranger visor. I'm very excited about this thing. I've got a lot of hope that this will do what we want it to do.
Right. During the panorama, I had something similar to this, but it had that rainbow effect.
Oh yeah,
that you
yeah.
get on sunglasses.
Yeah, the Oakley rainbow thing.
Yeah.
Which those you can order that one too. That
yeah,
one,
with that.
you?
But I chose this one because it was accurate to the costume.
Right.
But I wore that thing to the beach, and it was the best because it kept all the sun and the wind while I was on the beach all day. No sunburns. I'm like, geez, this was amazing. Face screens.
For a little while I was wearing contacts, I had an old pair of World War II goggles that I would wear to drive because the sun didn't creep in behind my sunglasses. As often, California is basically a vertical state, so the chances of me driving north and south is pretty high. And when you're doing that, you end up with the sun to your side, right? And so if I go, one direction in the morning and the other direction at night, then even though the sun's rising and the sun's setting, it's still coming in from behind my sunglasses the whole time. So it was really nice that those goggles blocked all that. But
right?
I'm not currently wearing contacts, so.
It's the little things that make the difference.
Yeah.
You don't quite realize until you,
don't have it.
Yeah. Ichachi Unimaru says it's probably a PET G plastic.
Yeah, probably.
I would believe you if you told me, but I can't guarantee.
I don't know.
There is no registration marks on this thing explaining anything.
It's a pair of imported,
it is a
inexpensive...
pre-molded plastic. And then somebody was asking how much does the visor tint? Will it be okay indoors? So...
Well, that's a good point. I don't remember it being that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. I can totally see indoors. Yeah, there is tint to it, but it's completely... Like, it's not like I'm wearing a dark pair of sunglasses. It's like wearing a light pair of sunglasses.
Okay.
So, it's a helmet, first of all, so hearing's going to be impaired.
Yep.
Vision's going to be... Your peripherals automatically are gone.
Yep.
In general.
Yep.
So don't mess with people in helmets at cons. They can't see you right here. Like, I wouldn't be able to see over.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'd have to, like, physically or... You know what I mean? Like...
Mm-hmm. Now, it does look like there's a little spot on this where we could cut it out to give a bit of a vent for letting some heat out, but I don't know how much it's going to help, because there's a couple pieces on the other side of the pterodactyl that's like, I bet we could cheat and cut those out and put some screen behind it to have a little bit of spot for heat to come out. But it wouldn't be a lot.
Right? Like, is it going to make a difference or not?
Right. Would it? Don't know.
Don't know. Do we need poke holes? We don't know yet.
Do we need what?
Poke holes. Like you poke holes in the box for the hamsters.
Oh, okay,
well,
yes.
Poke
Sorry,
holes.
that was loud. Yes.
You're fine. Yeah.
Do we need to poke holes in the helmet so she can breathe? Right.
Yeah. Terry White 8064 says, I bought that gel pen. The gel pen inserts on Amazon, the same ones that the guy in the Philippines and Indonesia. They are awesome. Bought a pack of 100 for $15 Canadian.
Oh, wow.
So, I wonder if you can find the right generic Sharpie, not Sharpie.
I'm all for that. Pens. Yeah. I would love to know more about this gel pen.
Right? Especially like fabric. I have so many of these silver Sharpies because they're way faster than tracing and chalk and like I don't like fabric and chalk together. Ew, just texture. Right? Like not my favorite. I don't like the waxy chalks. I don't like the powdery chalks. I don't like chalk. Blech. Especially as a gymnast, the chalk on the bars doesn't bother me, but chalk on fabric. Blech.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, I get it.
Pet G stands for something I can't remember. Okay.
Yeah.
The Making of Game says, do you have any suggestions for custom shape visor? Is the visor able to have a shape altered after purchasing it? This one came. Yeah. This one came the right shape. I was looking at it going, I bet you that will fit inside of this thing, and I didn't know till I got here and we shoved it in there.
So freaking close to perfect. It's basically perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so we won the lottery. I was like, I bet you that will work, and I should go buy a lotto ticket is what I'm thinking.
No, I would not recommend trying to change this shape after the fact because it's molded in this shape.
Yeah.
So heating it up with a heat gun is just going to warp it and turn it into a mess.
Yeah. Like, we can remove these parts. We can remove this part. This nose piece, that's not a big deal.
Right.
But changing this curve, I wouldn't bother with it. Now, if you were to, like, it's not going to work on the Odin size.
No, probably not, because I don't think it's going to come far enough around. And that's the only part I'm really worried about with this, is it coming far enough around.
Yeah, and I'm just a tiny head, so...
Right, but, you know, it still could be right, or it could be right enough.
And there's that little bit of a border. We can make it work. You know, like...
Was there a border? I have to look.
Because it's that's why we did the layers, because there's like the under thing with the mouth, and there's...
Yeah, there's an inner layer with the mouth. I remember that, but I thought there's basically the helmet with the 2 trim pieces and then the cutout for the visor. I don't remember there being additional trim between the helmet and the visor. Waiting for glue to dry. It's taking a little bit longer because I don't have a fan set up because I didn't want to freeze her out. But it is nice and warm in here, so it is drying pretty quickly. No, I'm not wearing a respirator. Did I glue the right side? Yeah. No, I'm not wearing a respirator. I'm sorry. I'm being a very bad example. Contact cement has volatile chemicals in it. And the reason it stinks is because your body doesn't want to breathe it. So if long term you're going to be working with contact cement in your shop in an enclosed area, I cannot recommend more getting I can't find it, so apparently a respirator, getting one that's rated for chemicals and mold. You don't want just a dust mask. A dust mask isn't gonna
level layers. Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. But there isn't a vapor barrier with a dust mask.
Reference image.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
No, that's fine. It's been a couple weeks since I looked at it,
yeah,
so
it's very concerning about, but
it not quite going back far enough.
But I think my tiny head and this one,
I think we can make it work. The lenses might have to be a little bit smaller, but we can probably make it work.
Yeah, like I think this is a good size.
And if this gets cut too much and I have to completely make a new helmet, I don't have to cut it all by hand, so I don't mind.
Yeah, and then also there were other options. I liked this one because it had the full curvature of a sphere, which is why I think it fits so perfectly.
Right.
But you can also get welding shields.
Yeah.
That are the same kind of tint, or the plastic face shields that you can purchase that are cheaper, that are a soft, flexible fabric.
Yep, like what we use for the Mando helmets.
Yeah. And those can be manipulated a little bit easier, not necessarily curved to this extreme, but I feel like we could have smooshed it in there, clipped the edges, and made it work.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling that this was going to be the perfect.
This is really a perfect because it's a compound curve. With those other ones, it's hard to get a compound curve. It's one direction or the other. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have options. This is the option we chose for this, but there's million ways to do anything.
Yeah. So, getting back to the other person's question about getting more of a custom visor or manipulating this visor to fit a different helmet, the only way that I know to do that is basically vacuum forming or some of the variation on pressure forming. Yeah, which we talked about doing. And I would like to have a vacuum forming machine again. I had one many years ago. I lost it because basically you loan it out to somebody who then disappears, so the machine's gone. I've got a DVD that I bought.
Wasn't me this time.
No, it wasn't. No, it was well before I knew you. I've got instructions on how to build basically the same way that Adam Savage has, and I bought the directions for that. I haven't gone through the effort to do it, but I wouldn't mind doing that because visors is one of the big reasons.
Right.
Okay, so I think
Dan Does Junk is number 1. Look at
nice, Dan! Hooray! Mod's number 1.
Your peripherals should be fine since it's a visor as opposed to having little eye holes like Iron Man or War Machine. Yeah, no, this one's not the worst at all.
Yeah, no,
but that was just my PSA. If people are in helmets at cons or even big wigs, like, they can't see you. Just, tails, they're not noticing. Except for they're probably very hyper aware of how much they can't see people with elbows and stuff. So, yeah. Your little mecha Godzilla tail, that thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just constantly, watch out the children!
Watch out for the children!
There's children near you, just beware.
Okay.
And you smoosh it, and then you smoosh it.
Yep.
And then you smoosh it.
And then you smoosh it. And this is a fun way to smoosh, because you have to be careful about... I'm smooshing a flat object onto a globe, so I'm having to go from the middle and work my way out and be careful about how the bubbles and warbles go, because I don't want to
smooth it towards your edges, but you have to keep your edges going along the line without. Yeah, it's just kind of some TLC. Don't over smoosh it. You kind of gently smoosh it and get it blocked in down the center as you're working it, so you're not warping completely out of the space.
Yep.
Try to make it work. But yes, you smoosh it and then you smoosh it and then like you smoosh it.
And then you smoosh it. Yeah, it's totally smooshing. There's a lot of smooshing.
You just kind of smoosh and you smoosh and then you smoosh.
And I did stretch it a little. I'm glad I taped it on first.
Yeah.
Because I did end up stretching it to make the cheek go around the eye where I thought the eye should go. And even then, it's still not exactly lining up. But that's kind of okay.
Because it wasn't perfect, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. It is what it is. What I need are really good gross details. And if I've got that, it'll be recognized.
Gross.
Gross. Gross as in big and macro, not gross as in blood and guts and poo.
I just had fun. It's gross.
Also probably should have done a little bit of Dremel work on this, because I've got a harsh edge that's bleeding through the 2mm. But, this could always be prototype helmet, and, whatever. Because this has been fun enough. I'm not against doing another one. Sorry.
I'm not opposed to it either. Because then we can have evil Power Ranger.
Right.
Evil pink.
Judge Dredd is a Power Ranger.
Right. Jeez Louise, I forgot. Now I'm second guessing how I'm saying it.
Ichi-Oni?
Ichi-Oni.
I kept saying Oni, which is wrong, so I think it was Uni.
I was in a full armored cosplay helmet enclosed, and this drunk guy got into the middle of a Ranger Rider photo shoot of like 12 to 15 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you were armored. It won't hurt so much when you get... No.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
No.
Even though cosplay armor is basically padding, but...
No, you have to think about it. Even like you know how they have the little play fight stuff at like...
the foam stuff you're using for sparring or American Gladiators?
They have that sparring where they like let the kids fight each other with the foam stuff.
Yeah.
And like the people go there and they get all dressed up in their like armor. And the armor makes it harder, not easier.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't realize how difficult it is to maneuver in armor, especially fighting. But then when you go and watch that, you're like, you appreciate movement, agility, and, protection.
Vision.
And
breathing.
Heat distribution.
Yes, heat dissipation, yeah.
Like all of these things, and...
Never realized how important these things were, how much I took this for granted.
Yeah, and how much a little princess can just come quack, 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 because you can't.
Yep.
But you gotta appreciate that. That's 0007 says the original helmets had breathing holes above the mouth and drilled into the helmet.
Okay.
Good to know. Probably because it would definitely fog up because your breath gets caught, and if it's on the shield.
I wonder how many of the current mass-produced helmets have breathing holes, or if they don't.
I feel like the face ones that are the flat, they have a hole like right in the mouth.
Right.
And when I was looking at Masquerade masks, they had a lot with that little hole popped in right in that mouth.
Yeah, right in the mouth. Yeah.
But I was looking for ones that didn't have that because it doesn't look right.
Right. It doesn't have that. But no, we could totally hide some inhale holes easily with this, the way we did, or I did with the Baron Zemo mask, where it has a very small hole on the outside, but on the inside, instead of keeping it a small hole, I beveled the edges. And so wearing the Baron Zemo mask, it's very easy to inhale because there's like 6 or 9 holes right in front of your mouth. You can inhale no problem. The exhale comes out the eyes, but getting a fresh breath is easy, and that would be totally doable here.
Things to think about.
Yep. Now I got to put the other side on the same way. It's a start. It's a start.
Now we have to match it.
I have to match it. Well, yeah, should be able to match it.
Yeah, like it's doable. Like it's starting to look look like the Rangers. Like,
you're starting to see it?
Right. You know those little moments you just kind of get excited and reinvigorated with the joy of this is why I'm crafting, because it's starting and you're planning your 12th project down the line.
Right. It's like, I can make another helmet. Yeah. I'm not even done with this one yet. I haven't even got to the part that pisses me off yet.
I was gonna say, then you hit that point where it's like, why do I craft? Because I'm an angry person, apparently.
Yeah, because I hate myself.
Right. Advixen says, Pink Ranger is worse than Ty Lee. Everyone expects backflips.
Well, with this Pink Ranger, you'll be getting cartwheels.
There you go. I was going to say, that's kind of what drew me to those characters, Ty Lee and Pink Ranger, because they're upside down and it's not weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like as a grown-up, you seeing adults with feet over their heads, it's like, is there something wrong? Are we okay?
Right. Are you okay?
Like, what's going on?
Was that intentional?
Right. Ralph Mork says, kind of looks like Spawn now.
Looks like Spawn, yeah.
And Nimbus Blues 1 and 0 or 1 no says, just keep smooshing.
Just keep smooshing, smooshing,
What do we
smooshing,
do?
smooshing, smooshing. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Let's go up a little higher. But that's okay. Somewhere right here. There we go.
Okay. Oswald Oyala 9167 says, I want to make a helmet like that. You should.
You should.
Get the pattern from?
Get the pattern from the next decade. So the
Scale it up to your head.
Right. The base pattern. Oh, let go. Let go. Let go. The base pattern, the Sentai helmet pattern, came from a YouTube channel called The Next Decade. One of your viewers tuned me into it, or turned me onto it. I don't remember who. I'm very sorry. Totally was the right shape. I created my own pattern here for it. That'll be out eventually. I'm going to throw up a rough on the Discord very soon. I promised that last stream. And one of the issues I ran into with the helmet was the JPEG that I downloaded from the Next Decade's YouTube channel. JPEGs don't have a consistent scale. It depends on how the program's reading it, right? How it's reading the DPI. Is it going to stretch it to make it fit your printer? So it's not the best way to share patterns. But I found out that doing it at 133% within Inkscape and tracing it at that point provided the right size helmet to fit Felicia. 166% is probably too big for my head. 150 might be right, but I haven't tried it yet.
What was the one you've got for your head? Or is that one too big still?
That one was too big. That was 166%, right? Because that was the size it originally was. That was like a little bit bigger. Dang it. And then this was 166, which still feels like it's too big for my head. It feels like 150 might be the right size. So if I do bother to do this, that's what I'll probably try to go with. But as a helmet shape and having a bit of a face to it, this is actually really cool, and I really like this pattern.
Yes, it is a good head size and shape. This is like my skull size.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't get my head in it though. I should make a head hat.
There you go. Just make a Cerberus hat.
I love it. Well, that could be shoulder pads.
Yeah, it could totally be shoulder pads.
Pauldrons.
Pauldrons. So yeah, if I was to do another one of these, probably going to, once it's all put together, go back with the rotary tool and clean up the seams, because I got some seams that are overlapping and are harsh, and that's going to come through the 2mm as bumps, which don't really matter, but at this point it's the stuff I look at. So
it's your art, your craft, and you give a shit, and you can change that.
Now.
You know what to do to solve that issue, so you don't have to just like, don't look too closely, people. And cross your eyes. It's magic eyes.
It's magic eyes. Shh. And I can appreciate why Steve K. Smith has a prototype build and then makes his pattern and then makes his final build, because he's figuring it out and then makes his shoots it again as a video where he makes the proper thing.
Which, honestly,
makes sense.
Is the right way to do things. Like, it's how I know I ought to make things, and I do professionally, but personally, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't. I make things once because I'm...
But professionally, I understand, and I know when to stop and walk away and start over, but...
Sorry?
You're fine. Yeah. Dan Deshjunk says full contact / full power sparring came from a fighting style called Rambuki,
okay,
which was brought to the States by Ronald Marchini in the 60s. I was a student of his in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. So don't mess with Dan Does Junk when he's wearing his armored suits.
Well, I try not to mess with Dan Does Junk. For one thing, Dan Does Junk's a nice guy. He's a really, thoughtful, nice guy. You know, if you get a chance to talk to him at a con, please do so. Heck, he's got his own YouTube channel. Go watch Dan Does Junk make stuff right here on YouTube. It's at Dan Does Junk.
Yep. He says the helmet is starting to look great.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited by it too, actually.
Right? We're hitting that point in the project where it's like, it's starting to look like
it's starting to look like that. Yeah.
The invigoration is back. Mighty Guitar Mods 4806 says, I have a Red Ranger Legend helmet. It has poke holes so it doesn't steam up inside.
Nice. Okay. Good to know.
And Advixen says, confidence for cutting the visor hole yet?
Nope. Gonna get there. What I'm thinking about doing is, once I have all the decoration on, we can try kind of centering it up, and then maybe taking sewing pins and poking it through from the inside of where the edges of the visor is.
To make sure that it'll fit.
To make sure that it'll fit.
I love this.
And
is very creative
also be a way of making sure that it's not, offset within the center hole. And we can get it as centered as we need. The little pinholes should be easy enough to fix.
Yeah, because that does come over to the side pretty.
Yeah.
But I can see totally just not cutting it a little bit. And
but what she had, because this is just the raised area, she has a space in here that, I wouldn't put that on there. You don't want to glue on that.
But yeah. Okay, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. I'm trying to get there so we can find out.
Museum Dave, it's kind of amazing how invigorating it is when you can see the project take shape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoy how much this layer of 2mm foam is covering up the seams of the 5mm understructure and making it smooth, right? That's making me happy too.
Yeah. Oswald Oyala 9167 says, wow, it fits perfectly, does it? We'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah.
We'll find out.
No, you're right, Oswald. I've got a lot of concern that it's not going to go towards the ears enough.
Advix and Felicia, you can make a double head like the guy from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And Odin, what helmet would you like to make for the spare?
Well, if she was Zaphod Beeblebrox cosplaying as Power Rangers, I would certainly just make a yellow and pink Ranger and just split the suit right down the middle, but have the two heads. Why not? It doesn't have to be. That's just the feminine ones, right? Which kind of seems like a de facto choice, but you can do whatever you want.
Right? I was just thinking of putting a wig on it and making it look like a head.
Yeah.
For fashion. Oswald Oyalala 9167 says, are you using spray paint?
No. I have used spray paint and it does work. Spray paint dries on EVA foam. But spray paint cracks. It's not flexible. Most of it isn't anyway. So when it comes time to paint it, I want to... All the base colors I have are generally black, but I don't want to put black onto a helmet that needs to be pink and white. So I've got some white Plastidip, and if I don't have enough, I can always go get another can from Home Depot. So I want to base this with white Plastidip, and then pretty much just paint it with acrylic. And ideally, probably spray it, because that will put it on the cleanest that it can go on. But that is going to require taping and being careful about how the paint goes on. I can't just, quickly put it on. But that would be probably what I want to do. Chances are it's going to get brushed. And that's fine.
Probably sparkle it up. No.
Yeah, we can sparkle it up.
No. Right. But yeah, not necessarily spray paint because it does chip, but doing a Plastidip at least as a base layer.
Absolutely,
and then
doing Plastidip as a base layer.
A acrylic.
Yeah.
Or maybe even latex. But I don't think latex is the right, because latex is flexible, but it doesn't have the right finish.
Well, I do have. So I've got gallons of Creature Cast. Creature Cast is a neoprene-based rubber sealant that gets used for all sorts of things. And
what did we use that for again?
The backpacks.
Yeah.
The proton packs are neoprene.
Yeah.
Or Creature Cast.
Yeah.
And it's a U.S. product that's water-based. It's great. I really like Creature Cast. You have to have a means of spraying it. It doesn't paint or roll on very easily. I do have a natural rubber colored Creature Cast. So if we were to do it, it wouldn't be adding more black. But it's still not putting down the white layer, right? We kind of need the white layer. So
for pink and white, yeah.
Yeah, for pink and white.
Right? Like, you forget about these things. Coloring things can
you need a bright base coat.
Can sometimes be the bulk of your price of a project sometimes.
Right.
Like, how are we going to get this space red? Are we going to cover it in paint? Are we going to wait for that to dry? Are we going to cover it in fabric? Are we going to spray it? Are we going to brush it? How much time does everything take?
Yep.
Can we buy it the right color?
That's best. And that's partly why I'm wanting to use the red 2 mil. I've got stacks of black 2 mil all around me of cheap material, but I don't want to end up putting more dark material on it. I'd rather...
Yeah, it's going to be hard as it is.
Yeah.
Admutrabana. No. Wow, I can butcher that name.
Yeah, I guess. Now I want to see that.
Adam
Oh, Adam Tribano?
Tribano, yeah.
Yeah.
Ranger
Adam Tribano
Slayer.
of April 5th, 1984. Ranger. It's probably not that.
Ranger Slayer.
Ranger Slayer. And I see, what was the other one I was seeing here? Mighty Guitar Mods. Dan Does Junk. I think you worked with the Craftsman. No? Okay. Yellow in Japan was a male. So was pink always a female ranger?
Yes, but the yellow one was male in the original. That's why they don't have the skirt.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know Ranger lore. It just happened to be one of the shows that never grabbed my attention.
Despite being exactly in your wheelhouse of giant monsters being fought every week.
Totally.
By teenagers.
By teenagers in multicolored costumes in teams that form together into a larger kaiju fighting once. Totally
your wheelhouse, but it wasn't the right timing.
It wasn't the right timing for me. No. And so I never gave it the attention that it needed. So it never...
I was only into the original because by the time they moved on, I had moved on.
Right.
But I was grounded from it as a child. Like, that was a punishment that made it, like, I was upset over if I got grounded from watching Power Rangers.
Hell yeah. That's when you do things as a kid, like call your mom bitches and hoes. What do you mean I can't watch this? Yeah, no, not really, but...
Don't listen to... Not advice, children.
No, it's not advice.
Now we all watch you smoosh and you smoosh and you smoosh, and not a single camera is catching the smooshing, but you are doing it. So it's doing it right. Oh, look at that.
Well, let me put this one away from being close up. It takes.
There you go, and that is camera.
That's camera 3. So I've got traced where the other half went as well as I can see it. There's a gap here, but I don't care because there's a pterodactyl that's going to cover that up. So that doesn't bother me. I've got my trace line that I'm trying to follow. And I'm trying to not introduce a lot of stretch to this 2mm. Good, it overlaps. Because if I stretch it, not only is it going to get thinner, I could introduce other wrinkles and
change the shape.
I could change the shape of the helmet. If this ends up having a lot of tension because I've stretched it, it could actually warp the under helmet, and I just don't want to do that.
Experience.
Oh yeah, experience to the point that I can see that in other people's finished helmets, and you kind of look at it and go, "Oh, I see what happened," but they're not talking about it, so don't point it out. And it's not that I'm trying to inhibit somebody else's learning of the craft. It's that I want to maintain their enthusiasm and excitement over what they've got done. Right? If that makes sense?
100%.
Oh, good. I'm glad it makes sense to you. The black and red, all I can think of is Judge Dredd constantly.
There's a lot of cartoon characters who are black and red, but yeah.
Yeah. Spawn is there in the face. On the side, it's black. It's Judge Dredd.
And then you smoosh it.
Yep. It's also, could be Spider-Man 2099 and just all those.
I changed your camera. Just
That's fine. I saw you do that. I do not mind that you change the camera.
Mighty Guitar Mods 4806 says, in some versions of Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, yellow suit has a skirt. Alas, that was years after the fact. Right? When they started making their own, upgrading the suits and stuff.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, the skirted Yellow Ranger is from additional Sentai footage shot after.
Oh, okay.
And The Craftman is another YouTube channel about crafting all kinds of things, toys, rubber props, whatever catches his fancy.
Awesome. That was part of the thought with me calling my channel Odin Makes, is I didn't want to shoehorn myself into one thing, and then I kind of did that anyway. But, honestly, costumes was the thing I really wanted to do, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But,
right?
Yeah.
And then Oswald Oyala 9167 says, no need for outer clasps or magnets for this helmet. They have it built in, so we could have, but...
As of right now, no, we don't need it.
We're just going to make them be decorative.
Yeah, I think I'll make... Yeah, I like the idea of having the decorative ones, for sure. So they're there, because they're supposed to be there, because they're fiberglass helmets. But, yeah. I'm not sold on putting one on.
I don't think it needs it. My head fits in the bottom part. It doesn't look weird. All right.
Okay. It's not bad.
It's helmety.
Good. It's helmety. It's not equal. It's not just me holding it. It's not equal, which doesn't surprise me because it's such a curved thing to do.
This is a higher... Wait, this is the higher
That's higher. That eyebrow's higher. This eyebrow's lower. This cheek is lower. This cheek is higher. It's not completely Bill the Cat. It's not completely that bad, but it's not symmetrical. That doesn't surprise me because I'm working on it one side at a time.
I think when you trace the other side, because you were coming from this, I think you have a different outer line.
Yeah.
And that outer line... Because see,
Yeah, it didn't quite line up here, which is okay. I mean, that's application more than anything else.
But the pattern fits and it curves.
The pattern fits and it curves, yeah. And I'll totally keep going with it. We just won't glue the visor into this one. Right?
Yeah, now I'm getting a little nervous. Is the visor's gonna... No.
The visor still fit? We didn't.
I think it's going to be ever so slightly on both sides.
So there's an adjective missing on ever so slightly on both sides.
Right here is the center with the center.
Okay, that's good.
Pushed up into the space. It comes down right to the bottom of this because most of the visor's up into the curved part, but
Okay.
it comes down low enough.
Okay.
But right here is where it comes in.
So it stops way over here.
But if I move it down so that the visor's a little more down into this space, so it's not quite.
Right.
But it's right
You
where.
should be able to. I mean, keeping in mind that if this is your mouth, you want this to kind of be where your mouth is.
Yeah,
even.
but that's right where I would naturally wear it, but it kind of comes a little not.
Here, why don't you?
Okay, so when it's on my face.
Yes. Right, that goes all the way down to your chin.
Yeah, when it's on my face, this sits on my head perfectly.
Okay.
And it keeps the head in place.
But it's too low for the eyes of that thing.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
But this curve fits perfectly in this part of the helmet. Like this. So it fits a little bit higher, see, because this plastic came to the bottom part of there.
Oh, so it just totally misses.
But bringing it down to where it's actually on my face, which is down here.
Right. We just have to cut the visor, which that's not a surprise. Because it's too wide in the low part of the visor for the low part of the helmet?
No, it still fits.
Okay.
Like it fits without the shaking and the stuff like that. It's just not completely flush up against it. But I think it will be flush on the eyeballs.
Okay.
But I do think that we are going to be kind of close. If
I don't
not
mind
a little
being
bit over.
I don't mind being kind of close.
So let me put this on while it's on to get it like where it fits comfy.
Okay.
And then we can start stabbing from the inside.
While you're inside of it too?
No.
You gonna take it back off?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Just gonna make like. How does that look?
That looks like it's sitting right on you. The chin. It looks like you're looking straight.
All right, without that moving, right where it's at. Because see how it's not completely flush. You can push it in.
No, I can't. But I trust you. It becomes very dark inside, and then you're holding it.
You want
I
to
can't
hand me
look
the tape, and I can tape this into place.
Yeah, sure.
And then we can know it's in the right spot.
There's that. Here's some more. How much tape do you want?
Starting with the center front.
Okay.
And now side and side.
It does. I see it. It's curving away.
Yeah.
Down, but it'll still probably be okay.
Yeah. It's gonna fit that, but it is. Oh yeah, I shed.
No, that's fine. Oh, it looks like it is going back far enough. Because it's all the way back here.
Yeah, so it's just barely.
But the other thing I'm seeing you talk about, yeah. The other thing I'm seeing you talk about, the curve of the face pulls away from the straightness of the mask. So there's a concern over, yeah, there's a gap down here.
Yeah, but that gives us space to put in the lips.
Yeah. And we can, if we cut the bottom part of, we'll end up having to cut the sunglasses visor. And by cutting the bottom part off, it might help. I mean, it's not going to change the curvature any, but it might help.
Yeah, but I don't think it's in the way as of yet.
Okay.
But
Now, the fact that I've got the alien eyes, so drastically different. They're not drastically different, but, to me, as being as self-judging.
One eyebrow's higher. They're sisters,
eyebrow's
not
higher.
twins.
Yes. I'm probably way overthinking it, but man, this is hard to rotate the way I want it to. But definitely, I mean, we can see that this eyebrow is millimeters lower than this eyebrow.
It's from the 90s. She's a teenager with attitude.
Oh, that's it. Yep. One eyebrow's up.
Oh, somebody else said sisters, not twins.
Oh, nice. Unfortunately,
Except for they're unfortunately more cousins. No.
Right.
The OG helmets weren't perfect either.
Fair enough.
Dan Just Junk says maybe use aluminum foil and duct tape once you've got the one side so you can template for the other side. That's what we did last week. I don't think he was watching.
It's fine. What happened is I stuck the other one on differently, right? I started from a different point, and then I'm right-handed. This is something I've noticed, especially with like the Mighty Thor helmet. So I'm sticking it on, looking at it this way, and I'm working it around with my right hand. Then I turn the helmet around, and I stick it on this way, and I'm working it on with my right hand. I just put it on in a different way, and doing that caused
the smooshing to smoosh
differently. So what I need to do is when we do another one, possibly set up a mirror so I can look at the one side and adjust the other one with tape until it's like, this is where I want it, and then make my line there. And that works out for me. That works out really well because I'm trying to get the left side to look like the right side. If I set it down and have a mirror here, now both of these look the same to me. I'm effectively looking at the right side twice.
The mirror is an underrated tool.
Yeah, it is.
It completely is. I
freaking have one right down there.
Right. I need one for work, and people keep going like, "Why do you need a mirror?" I'm like, I do.
I just do.
I do. Like, I do. There's so many stupid things, and it makes life easier, and it helps, especially symmetricals.
We're not going to get through putting the second layer on today because we're running out of time, and I've got stuff I need to do, so I can't go that far over. But I do want to make the holes, and I want to put the visor in because that's like the thing that we're doing, right?
Well, so I thought we were going to hold off on that until we got the other stuff done. We just were making sure that it would kind of fit.
Yeah. Well, also at this point, I'm in the mindset of I'm making another helmet.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, I'm already kind of there, so it's like let's just go ahead and figure out what the eye should be.
Yeah, fill it in.
Yeah.
What it should be. Okay.
Images.
Oh, are you looking up the reference?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, bummer. All right.
Is it still too late to peel it off? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late to peel it off
permanent.
At this point.
It's been smooshed. It's not the end of the world.
No, it's not.
Like, this is amazing. He's just a perfectionist.
So what I'm looking at, I thought there was another layer between the eyes and this piece, and there isn't. Yeah. In fact, it
That's what I was thinking originally. That's what I brought up, and I was like, oh, wait, you were right. It wasn't there.
Okay.
So. It's all eyeball.
It's all eyeball. That was a big concern I had. Okay. Well, that's nice seeing this picture. The pterodactyl is way less detailed than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So basically, the entirety of this area is cut out.
Mm-hmm. Well, does it? And it's gonna. Doesn't it need to not be cut out quite as much? Or are you gonna cut out the whole thing?
Well, I can. Well, we can move
for
in.
These.
For that, maybe we should move in. I mean, but looking at that one,
yeah,
it goes all the way to what the red foam would be.
Yeah, no, I know.
But
I'm just saying, if we just kind of cut
do we
want
to move in like half an inch or something a little bit?
Yeah, just before we like fully commit to cutting it out,
sure.
Cutting out, so we can decide how much we need to bring it in, because this one is a little. Like, I feel like if we came in a little bit, it wouldn't be off from the photo, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially considering this line doesn't bother me.
Okay. And I definitely like the eyebrow of the right side more than the left. No, it's actually supposed to be really tall, so I don't know.
Right? The more you look at it, the more crazy it feels.
Yeah. But if we were to cut the visor all the way to the red, the fact that this one's a little lower, I could just cut it higher to match the other side.
Mm-hmm. It looks neat. Seems a bit red than pink.
It's very red, yeah. Now, I don't mind going all the way to the pterodactyl.
Because that works, yeah. for stabbing.
Time for stabbing. And I will keep the ink on there, which gets me the width of the pen in addition. Right? Because lines have width, especially big pens like this. It's almost a 2 millimeter thick line. So.
Oh yeah, no, it can change your measurements.
Yeah, it can. There we go. Where's the other? Yeah, that one. Where's the crappy one at? It's not crappy. It's just I know this one's not as sharp. I'll probably have to do more sawing with it. I might not have to. Hopefully
it's better than this one. I keep grabbing this one like it's.
Oh yeah, that one's covered in all sorts of chemicals, gunks. So as I'm doing this, I'm pushing the knife forward and ever so slightly pushing down at the same time in order to try and get some of these curves. If that makes any sense, just
There's
the motions like going through.
You kind of gotta smoosh it into there, and you gotta like smoosh it.
Yep.
Advixen says, once you cut it, you can always salvage the helmet and make it Ranger in space helmet, no sculpt of any kind, and then you can cut more chunks out into it.
Yeah, no, there's all sorts of things we can do to this. I'm not too worried about.
Right. It's a good base.
Yeah, this is
a good helmet.
You know, I've already made 3 of these things, so making another one is like, all right, I can just.
It's funny what bothers you, huh?
Yeah, what used to bother me and doesn't bother me now. You know what bothers me?
The crooked eyebrow.
Well, the crooked eyebrow bothers me. The idea of sitting here and cutting it out, right? If I cut every one of these pieces out by hand and I spent 3 hours sitting here cutting the stuff out, that would bother me too. I don't frickin' want to do that again. No, I don't have to. I can just load material in the machine, hit go, walk away, come back. Oh, I got parts. Now I can go to the part I enjoy, gluing it together.
Right. You know, honestly, I feel like that's where I would stop a lot of my projects, like in the cutout phase. Like that was the hardest. If I could get past that,
yeah,
then it was pretty downhill from there, like putting a project together. But now I'm just being super nosy.
You're fine. Hopefully I can get this to flop over a little bit. There's a little bit of extra contact cement still on the front from me putting the red stuff on that grips this just enough. Still not too bad. How do I want to do this?
Stabby time.
Stabby time.
And I feel like this is probably where, after this gets cut out, where we're gonna call it a day.
Oh yeah.
Time on project.
We're gonna cut this out. We're gonna put the whole thing on your head with the sunglasses. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna laugh at it. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna
call it a day.
Call it a day. Because our time is up. I have an art show to go to being put on by our good friend Ashley at the Rosa Morton studio today. And I want to go over and help support Ashley and her show.
Are you cutting the visor? Yes, you are.
Yeah, at this point I'm basically cutting the visor. Now, if the sunglasses are too small, what the heck can we do next in order to get a good compound curve? Well, if we can still get the old
welding shields,
bubble visors from motorcycle helmets, those would probably fit really well. If there's a resource for getting, you know, recreations of those. I'm a little bit off and it bothers me. I probably should let it go. Obviously, I'm not.
It's okay. Everybody's watching.
I know. And they're judging, and they really are. There we are.
All right.
Your Spider-Man helmet.
Spider-Man!
Oh, you want to put blue tape on your head?
Blue tape in my hair. I've done it before. It's not my favorite.
However you need, however it's going to work.
Right.
get the visor sitting on your face the right way. And that is, you've got inches from the front of the pterodactyl to the visor. If we can pull it down like that. You just end up with a tiny, well, you got a lot on this side. Sorry.
You're fine.
You know, I think it'll still work. We end up with extra framing that doesn't belong, but at the very back of the Ranger's eyes, right back here, there's a little sliver of open, right? But realistically, you know, if you want to vent...
Actually, so if I tilt it, like there's a way to just tilt it right in there.
There is a way to just get it tilted right in there? Okay.
Yeah, like there's a way to, like, you have to, like, get it.
Okay.
But see, like, it just, like, it is.
Something about blue tape in your hair?
Oh, yeah. But see, like, you kind of, like ever so much up there, and then it's like...
Okay.
It is so close.
It is so close with all the extra foam that I left on there. It is totally... If we were to cut it where I've got the design, it totally wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
We could exaggerate it going up and down a little bit and just not come back as far. And at the same time, if we wanted to cheat it, if we're redoing this piece to move it forward to come to this point, so this curve changes.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. And then kind of come up, but in. So a little higher and a little more.
And a little in. Can I go ahead and cut it to match the red along the bottom?
Yeah, doesn't
okay.
Hurt. I think that's going to also change things a little bit, but we'll know.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just looking at, I don't have the French curve, but kind of following this until it comes down to reach and then go along.
Yeah. Yeah. Should bring my French curve back.
Or just get a new one.
Yeah, right. A couple of them. Because I feel like I leave it here, and then I need it, and then
Yeah. Well, you've got a really nice metal one that isn't easy to find. Right?
Oh, the hip curve? No, that one's super easy.
The hip curve, yeah, but I meant your number 17.
Oh, it's clear plastic. It's not metal.
Oh, okay.
It's just a clear plastic one. It's just the right shape and size for my general purposes.
Gotcha.
I also have a mini one at work that is specifically for weird little purposes, and then I have a giant one that's kind of a hybrid between a hip curve and an armhole curve. And I like that one for different reasons, but I don't know the name of that one, so I haven't purchased my own yet.
Gotcha.
It's like one of those things, when I see it, I know exactly what it is, but being able to label it and name it makes it a whole lot easier to find. That's why number 17 French curve, I know that one, because I'm like, that's the one.
That's the one. I can name it.
I like it. It's the right curve. It's the right size. It's the right one. The other one I don't know the name of, so. But oh well. You can fill in the gaps with molding and more pterodactyl.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of things we can do. It's not the end of the world, but I am very okay with the idea of starting over with another helmet. Because I don't have to spend all the time cutting it out.
Right. Lasers are amazing.
Right. I really did kind of find that was my... I don't want to do that again, even though I don't mind it, you know. It's not bad. I mean, if it was painted up and the fact that we're going to end up with, well, we don't. Here's the thing. I made a secondary piece because I'm seeing secondary parts on the Pink Ranger helmet. If we don't use those and we just laser in some ridges, so we laser in panel lines, and it's just a single layer, then things are pretty much, you know, this will work.
I agree.
Okay.
And that is it on my nose with the things in it. So we wouldn't have to chop those off.
Good, I'm glad. Because it seems like that just...
holds it all in place.
Holds it all in place. It's away from your face. It's...
Yeah, so if we like glue it so it hits those things and then smoosh things down from there, I think it would be good.
Something we could do is on the inside of the helmet can mark with the silver pen where the visor sits, and then actually make foam grippies so the visor fits into it without having to use glue. Because I've done that with a couple of the Mandalorian helmets. It worked. The problem is, and we got the same problem here, the pterodactyl beak may float where it shouldn't, right? We want the pterodactyl beak to be on it.
But it's also glueable.
It's glueable, yeah. So we just glue it. But
yeah, like
and
compound curve, see-through.
See-through, right.
Yeah, so
something
what's asking
I heard...
is it see-through? Yes, it is. You can completely see through it.
You can completely see through it.
Yeah, this is...
Nice.
This, you can see me. I can... Its visibility is not waning. So... I actually can see better than that.
Yeah, because of camera, but...
Yeah, so not the worst. And is it lightweight? Yes.
Yeah, very lightweight. This hardly weighs anything.
It looks light and comforty. Yes, it's comfy. It's not... No complaints. I don't like wearing wigs because they're itchy and annoying. I'm not a big let me put headbands that pinch my ears, kind of a person. I have no qualms with this.
Nice.
So... Yay! Slightly closer.
Still, one of the stressful things I've always had about doing a Power Ranger build was getting the helmet right, because that was such an integral part of it to me when I was looking at a Power Ranger.
No, that's... Yeah. When we were talking Power Rangers, I'm like, what about the helmet? And you were like, not yet.
Not yet, because that is a compound curve, head shape, egg shape. Don't know how to get there. Thank you, the next decade. I greatly appreciate the pattern you put out a little while ago. Totally working. I can't guarantee that I will have a whole new helmet made by the next stream. I might, because I'm out of town for half the time between now and the next stream.
And May is going to be crazy.
And May is crazy for me, but if I can, I will.
Otherwise, we can do it this way, where you tell me. You're not allowed to touch the computer. You have to just tell me.
Oh. Okay.
And then I will laser cut it.
And you can laser cut it.
And you will be frustrated. No,
oh,
click
gosh.
that button.
No, click the thing. No, the other thing. No, the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will sit and I will laser cut it.
Okay. Okay. That's not a bad plan.
So, this is a really good prototype.
Oh, absolutely.
Super excited as to where we're going. I would run around in this and have fun on Halloween.
Oh, that's totally a usable piece.
Yeah.
Even if it's not Pink Ranger, that's totally could be used for a lot of things, just as is. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a cool helmet. It's super fun, and I am excited for this project because, honestly, the reason we did Pink Power Ranger was because you had the cool.
We had the intro.
And
we had the graph. Whoops. That graphic. Because we did it before.
And when we did it before, we were talking about it, and this was the...
And here we are years later doing it. Yes, this was the goal.
This was the goal. Is the stupid, nice helmets that's head-shaped and eggy-shaped
and anti-foam.
Visory, and it's like the challenge that scared Odin.
Yep, totally did.
And we're not so scared no more. It's going to be fabulous.
Yes.
And then when we work on the thing, you guys get to come to my place.
Yeah. So
Field trip.
Field trip. So in the future, while the studio is being moved, and once we start doing the jumpsuits, I will probably haul my gear to Felicia's setup, and we'll stream from there. So you have all the tools you need to make the jumpsuit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All of them in
In fact, if you wanted to grab some of the raw materials you brought over here, you're welcome to do that.
I think I left all the stuff here, so I might as well take it.
Yeah, you might as well take it. Yeah.
Cool.
Everyone, thank you for joining with us today. We're going to continue on with this project. We're going to get more made, but because I'm moving the shop, things might get a little weird. I'll be back in 2 weeks. It may just be a talking stream. I'm not sure what's going on. Even if you're not here, I can still kind of do this again.
The second one, get it prepped. But we have this, and it worked.
And it worked.
And enough, and close enough.
So in order to trim this, if we want to do that, because right now it's in front of her mouth, if we wanted to trim this, all we have to do is cover it in blue tape inside and out. So no Yeah, that's just to protect the plastic from being
scratched up.
Then we can draw where we want to make the cuts or we don't want to make the cuts with Sharpie, and then just use a cutoff wheel with a rotary tool, and the plastic will cut very easily. And I've done that many times with sunglasses, and it works really well. Just make sure before you cut anything, you're putting a protective layer of tape over your plastic so you don't scratch it up. And something I read recently that I haven't tried yet, all the problems with super glue causing the white whatever else, that's the fumes of the glue setting up towards the end of it. So if you glue something and point a fan at it to blow the fumes away, supposedly it doesn't frost up like that with 3D prints. I'm curious how well that'll work with a visor, because if I can do that with the visor,
we can glue it in easier.
Glue it in easy. So I'm excited about that thought, that with a small fan and super glue against plastic, can we keep the fogging away? I hope so. That's been something that's bugged the crap out of me forever.
And you have those little Ryobi fans. That
I've got, it's just not in this room. Yeah. But I've got a little desktop Ryobi fan that's loud as hell, but it'll totally work.
Right.
Anyway, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. That's why we traded places so I can hit the stop button. I want to thank you all for joining us today. What's some of the last comments here? Museum Dave says, I may be out of line, but I think a lot of us are not judging you so much as cheering you on. Thank you, Museum Dave. Itchy says, I will send the next decade your regards. Thank you. Advixen, now there's going to be lots of ways that you can smoosh a mask onto your face, but this is how Felicia smooshes. That actually looks good too.
Right? I was thinking whether it's this. You know?
Yeah. Interesting.
And with this and the bridge hitting, it kind of really just holds everything nicely in place.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm like, these aren't the worst.
No, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. What? Something happened?
No, just an interesting edge. I'm wondering what happened during manufacturing.
It probably got heated up, or it's just overmolding from the injection process.
It's a little scratched.
It's a little scratched.
It's not a you thing.
It's got flashing on the side. That's
right?
All.
It's like I'm judging their quality. No. Their craftsmanship, not my issue. I didn't do that. Okay, good.
Mighty Guitar Mod says the studio is being moved again. Yes, Mighty Guitar Mods. I am changing locations again, but hopefully this time it'll be staying put for a while. So it happens. But I'm looking forward to it because my rent's going to go way down.
Like it.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Thank you all very much for joining us today. I will see you all again in just a couple of weeks. And I am looking forward to completing this project.
Right?
Yeah. There's going to be lots of different ways you can smoosh something. But this is how Felicia smooshes.
Bye. Okay.
All right.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm ready to...
Mm-hmm.